fine, Jen.
And
it's
we're
fine.
live.
Oh, I mean, hello, I am Chains.
I am better than Chains. They can call me Daryl.
I'm
That
big
is
girl.
not Chains down there. Who is that man? Hi, guys. Deal with it.
Yeah.
So, welcome, guys.
Hello.
Zoom had an update, so we've been having fun for the past, 30 minutes.
That's been my life for the past 30 minutes. It's like,
And we're playing this entire stream as cats.
No, I'm not a
It's the
cat.
butthole edition.
Because I went to college. I went to
Graduated
college.
today.
I went to go.
A
Congratulations,
college
Dylan.
educated plan. Oh my God! Every clan Kuros has is now a college educated plan. Sorry.
I hate this.
Welcome, guys, to Oblivion Isles, our Monday homebrew campaign that we play with a lovely group of individuals below and sideways of me. My name's Jen, and I'm your dungeon master. And we'll go to the real Buried in Chains down there.
Yes, I am the real Buried in Chains.
Please stand up.
Hello, I am Zach, and I play the rogue in the party, who will eventually get some levels in Artificer if I can just get smarter.
You got
Gotta
one
get
more
that
level,
galaxy
bro.
brain.
You got one more level before you can do that.
wait, really?
Okay.
So you have to level up one more time to get the ability mod, right? To
Yeah.
increase
Yes,
into,
yeah.
and then the next level is Artificer. Wow, that's
By
rough.
the end of the campaign,
Yeah.
Chains,
You will have one
Chains
level
will
more.
have
One
one
level.
level in Artificer.
Yippee!
Oh my god.
Fine.
That's
That's
so
the best.
funny.
Let's send it to Mika.
Oh, hello. My name is Mika, and I play Callista. I remember what day it was. I'm a Spoopy Spore Druid, and sometimes I bring dead people back so they can be my friends.
Like we have one
We're
in
your
our living
friends.
room
Yeah,
right now.
in my house. You have a dead man in my house.
Yep.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah,
That's
you did
about
that.
it. I'm gonna send it to Ash.
Hello, it is I, Ash. I play Rav. Yeah, I play Rav. I am a drunken master monk slash 2 points in ranger now, so now I can yeet spells at people and throw my fists. So yes, that's happening.
You are just yeeting everything.
I just fuck
There's
everything
nothing
up.
in this world that I cannot yeet.
I will murder dragons from afar now with magic.
Yo,
Dylan,
it's way
go.
too early to be
Me,
coming up with the right phrases.
But well, my name is Dylan, and I play Kuros Tidehunter, the sea elf of the group. And I went to college.
What is it? Is it Sea College?
No, it's a Bard College, and I'm gonna hop, skip, and jump it down to Galvin, son of Rohan, and Handle
Handle-a-lander. Hi, everyone. My name is Uwu, and I was the Handle-a-lander.
That was Saturday.
I
That's
sure
right,
miss
that's right.
Ooh, though. He was a good boy.
No, he was not.
Anyway, it's a callback to last Saturday's quick quest in our VODs. Check it out, yo. I am Galvin, son of Rohan, hand of Lathander. I'm Sumner, and I'll be playing the Eric Cochran Tempest Cleric. And that is my shtick. And my Zoom is not working, so I don't have the filters, and I'm feeling jealous right now. So,
Put a hat on last time.
Jen looks
Yeah,
like a
you
pig.
You edited, yeah. We were all like, man, I wish I could like Photoshop edit some stuff into my frame, and now you're on the outside.
Oh my
You're
god, Jen's
looking
wearing her
in.
mask. How responsible.
She's a chef now. Okay.
My apologies. She's cooking up one heck of a
Oh, now
story of
She's cooking
Oblivion
up quite a
Isles.
scheme
Now
of
she's
that
Sly
crime.
Cooper.
Jen, is there a rat in that hat?
Jen,
Jim
you're
is
muted.
muted.
Oh, you don't have the chef hat on anymore.
Oh no! I was making zingers over here.
Oh
no.
man, we missed him.
It's
It
okay.
wasn't
We can't
actually.
repeat them. So, we.
Who's
Alrighty.
next?
Oh,
Is that everyone?
That's
I think,
everyone.
That's
I think
everyone.
that's everyone. We can do me again. Hi, I'm Sumner. I'm Galvin, son of Rohan, hand of Lathander, Eric
Handle
Cochran
of
Tempest.
Thunder.
Handle of Thander.
Little fucking late, don't y'all think?
Lathander's Lathander's left hand.
Well, that takes us back to Jen.
Yes. So,
Welcome.
Welcome, guys. We're going to be playing episode 23 today?
I don't know.
24? A lot of episodes. We're really far in. So
89.
72.
Do we have any announcements today before we move into the game?
The only real announcement is, I'm going to say it in lieu, not in lieu, because of everyone in
you're
chat, because
Sumner.
everyone who's been watching since the beginning, all of the donations, all of the subs, all of the money that's kind of circulated through Faithful Encounters goes immediately back into the stream, especially the artists know that. But this particular time, all of the money and all the funds have been going to audio equipment. Jen was the first to receive them. Last month, we ordered Zach and Dylan's, and because of the generosity of all the viewers from 2 streams ago and last stream specifically, we are officially have ordered all of the equipment we will need to make this stream podcast ready. To be high quality, no clipping, no grainy audio or anything like that. Any of the qualities, any loss of quality isn't going to be because of us. It's going to be because of Twitch. So that's what we're doing here, and that's to increase the quality of not only the stream but the podcast that we have, the audio that we pull from our videos that'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Dylan, correct me if I'm missing anything.
Spotify, Apple Pod. If you want me to pull up the list, it's also on SoundCloud. It's a lot of places.
Right.
Almost anywhere you can find podcasts, you can find us.
So, and we
Not
want
fully up to date, but that's my fault. I'm sorry.
It's my fault. It's my fault too. Thank you, Rachie Pie. It's a great example. So all of everything we do and everything we try to do, especially our long-term goals for the channel, we want quality to be at the forefront of everything. So we want entertainment. We want viewers to see it, and it's not just for us. It's we of course, like Dylan says all the time, like we be playing D&D anyway, but we want this to be. We want this to be something special, and all
you
of
guys
everything
seem
that
to
you
like
guys
it
do.
as much as we do.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And we want it to be as good as we can get it to you. So it's available
Exactly.
on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
these
Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Deezer, Listen Notes, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Castro, Castbox, and SoundCloud.
Never heard of half of those, but I'm
Literally,
glad
did
we're
you make
there.
up at least
We're
5
on
of
'em.
those?
And
we're on a hype
genuinely,
train.
we just can't express enough, because it's weird to thank strangers for money on the internet, but genuinely you're here and we've made such good friends in this community, and we hang out with you guys all the time. We're on a really personal level, and it's just been a really really cool time. And the fact that you guys also financially support us to these goals is really cool, because we don't sit on our money, we put it obviously to use, and so that we can put better and better content out there, and it's all literally all because of you. And that sounds so cliche to say, but it is.
It is, and especially when you consider the short period of time we've been doing this. So it's we want to set the foundation for just good content, for just I feel like I watch content all the time too. I feel like I hear people say it, and it's weird being on this end finally, but it we mean it, and we hope it shows. And we thank you for everyone that continues to be so amazing. This community is just bananas. I'm gonna cry the day Oblivion Isles ends, because this is our first campaign, and it's gonna be great.
And I want to thank the group that I'm DMing right now, because you guys have been really good supporters of each other, and you've really delved into your characters and really made me fall more in love with D&D than I already was. But also, I want to thank Plump Potato for that follow, and Rachie Pie for those bits, Mave Mania for those
Such a
bits,
good name.
and then a gifted sub from Darkman. Thank you so much. And then the 200 bits from Darian Spider 44. Thank you guys so much.
You guys,
wonderful.
thank you.
And I say, let's roll off for a recap.
Oh,
God.
It has been about 2 weeks. Last week I was out on a personal business, so we're back.
Well, we
I
also
rolled a
did level
34.
up.
no,
Do we-
sir.
Oh,
Do we
Zach,
wanna-
I will come through the screen at you.
Let's do the recap. We'll do levels
Okay.
up, and then we'll move to the map screen.
Okay.
cool. I got a 17.
I got a 10.
Hell yeah.
I got an 11. That was
Cool,
really
because I got an
scary.
8.
You got an 8. Looks like Kuro's got a 4.
That's
And
right. I
we
got
have
a
the North
4.
with the 5 gifted community
Oh my
subs.
gosh,
And guys, we're
Nolan.
getting there's a event right now with Twitch where you get K-pop emotes.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
Yeah, I
that is.
just
Permanent
got one.
K-pop
Thank
emotes.
you.
I want a K-pop emote. Make more
Yeah.
happen. I need them, please.
If you sub or gift a sub, you
I
get
need
a
them.
permanent K-pop.
It's just like the Pride emotes from June, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Dope. Yeah.
Oh, I have 3. What? They're
Yeah.
cool.
What?
Jen, you're always
Getty,
gifting
dude.
subs.
How many do I have? I don't
heck.
know. Anyway, I'm doing a recap. That's what we're doing, and I'm not going to be distracted by emotes. So
Oh my god, I'm gonna be distracted by emotes.
I have 2. I have 2 K-pop emotes. Okay. We started off. Were we still talking to the captain of the guard, or was it the end of the session before that?
Say that again.
Talking to the captain of the guard about
You guys
that was the
left
end of the last
him
session. So
We
That was-
started the
that was-
last session in that
in that room.
in
interrogation
that room,
and
Chains and Callista came back with Sabine, and the captain of the guard was like, "Whatever, you can take her, just leave, and we could just go, get out of here." And we did. We absconded, not in a chase, even though somehow it felt like a chase because there were people watching us. We got the sense that we were being followed, so we
And it wasn't-
split up.
It wasn't the
And-
captain of the guard, by the way. It was the war chief or something.
It was the guy
like
in
that.
charge of the city guard and like the defense and all that. He was not general, but he was Mr. General. In my head, he's General Man, and I couldn't think of any other way to describe that except for Captain of the Guard. So, we split up.
Mhm.
Galvin and Kuros went off together. Rav went off on her own. Callista and Chains went off together. Callista turned into a spider and then did Pass Without a
Classic.
Trace. And they took Sabine. It was why they went together for the high stealth and the Pass Without a Trace. Galvin and Kuros stopped by what's the store called? With the hot tiefling girl who you used for your tiefling character.
That I kept calling Vault Classic Cuts, but is really Ulitorf Classic Cuts.
Ulitorf Classic Cuts,
God.
where she told us that we told her about the orb that was in Chain's head and that I got blood on my hands. She's like, "You're cursed. Let me remove this curse." Got curse removed. She was like, "Here, take this book, Galvin, so you can remove curse as well," because Galvin also has removed curse. So we got to get Chains uncursed as well.
Which
So
I
we're
did.
like, cool. We're going to Rav's mom's house, and we are like being tracked by this curse. So we're bringing the trouble to Rav's mom's house. Galvin went off to find Chains and Callista, but as their stealth roll was insane, couldn't find him.
He found me in my gift basket.
I did. Lavender.
I remember
Kuro
that.
went to the bar because he was like, "What the fuck do? We shouldn't go to Rav's mom's house because we're gonna bring trouble there." And Riki was like, "So you're being followed, your friends are being tracked, and you're sitting here instead of going to help defend them." And I was like, "Good point." Rav, on her own, went to a bar, got drunk, a noble person's bar, and they were like, "Are you going to rob us?" And she's like, "No, I'm going to give you money for alcohol." And she didn't have to because there were a bunch of drinks there waiting for her. She ended up giving them money. That's not proper grammar, but that's fine. And the guy was like, "Whoa, this is the opposite of being robbed." And she's like, "Yeah, it's called commerce," and then left.
It's called Commerce Dude.
It's called commerce, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
right.
did say that.
Did.
She then went to go get a gift basket for her mom. There was a thought process behind that, but I don't remember. I think it's because we were like continuing to use her house as like a base of operations. And so you're like, "Hey mom, don't be mad. I got you lavender." Nondescript. What was it? Was it?
It's
was
the
we don't know
Lush
if it was
gift
soap
basket.
or lavender, or like hand cream or bath bombs. It was just something that was lavender because Galvin found Rav and was like, "Rav, we're being tracked by a curse, and that's a nice gift bag. Is that lavender?" And I shouldn't be distracted, but the lavender sounds really good. So we all made our way to Rav's mom's house. Chains and Callista arrived first. Did you guys do any side stuff? I think you just beelined there, didn't you?
I think
Yeah,
so.
we just headed straight there.
Yeah, there was no side stuff with you guys. I was like, I remember everyone else, but I didn't want to be forgetting. So you guys arrived first with Sabine. Then Rav and Galvin and Kuros all kind of arrived at the same time. And we told you that we were being tracked by the curse. Rav's mom was like, "What? Have you brought trouble into my house?" And went into her room and got shotgun as cultists burst through the windows, and we crushed it.
Just fucking comes out. All right.
Yeah, kind of.
My
You
mom
make
is
that
Lady
joke. That's almost
Clint
exactly what
Eastwood.
happened.
It's fine.
Felt very Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but it was just Mrs. Rav's mom.
Yeah,
Mrs.
right?
Rav's mom.
We don't talk about my dad, and he's like,
It's crazy how far a gun will get you in this world.
Right?
It's like everyone's bringing a sword to a gunfight,
Yeah.
or the other way
So-
around. It's like bringing a gun to a sword fight. There you go.
The group also did devise a plan this last 2 games ago, was to utilize Sabine's ability to shapeshift, to have her shapeshift into the doppelganger so that they can utilize her image to put onto the Mask of Other Sight. So
Hers or his?
they have Sabine with them, and also, Zach, I'm coming for your mustache.
I see that.
y'all, fisticuffs at dawn. Let's go.
So before we get started, one last thing is every time we level up, for those people who are interested in the characters, you obviously can look at the character sheets on the overlay if you're on a computer, but people will also go around and talk about what they added and what they're most excited about for their level right now. So they just got to level 7. So who wants to start?
I gotta pull mine up. Crap.
Sumner
start,
does,
'cause I'm-
obviously.
Oh my gosh.
I've got it pulled up. So I took 4 levels of Paladin before I started taking levels of Bard, which if you can math at home, that means I am now a 3rd level Bard, which means I went to college. I went to
That's why you
college
haven't
of
took the hat
sword.
off.
Did you go to night
That's
school?
why I haven't took the hat off. That's kind of why I want to go first. so
Were
I
you
can take
just
the hat
waiting
off.
for that? Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
that's why I'm wearing this hat, Mika.
You said it before we started.
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm really proud of you, Dylan.
Thank you. So I took College of Swords. Makes sense for Kuros. He's a melee fighter. It's fine. Got expertise in perception and insight, so I can notice things and tell when people are bullshitting better. I got bonus proficiencies that didn't really help because I was already a paladin and had proficiencies in every weapon and armor. But then I got to pick a fighting style, so 2-weapon fighting, so I can add my dex mod to my offhand attacks when I'm not using my connected swords. If I unconnect them, I still get my dex mod. And then I also got Blade Flourish, where I can use my bardic inspiration as like a super like flashy sword thing. Hooray! Now I can throw my cap into the air, and by that I mean make it go away.
Why you threw it so fast?
Never came back. All right, who are you popcorning to?
I'm gonna popcorn it to Zach.
Sure.
Tell me your secrets.
Well, now I'm even harder to kill, Jen.
Okay, you thought.
Big doubt from Jen.
I have evasion, where if it involves a dexterity saving throw, I can take no damage on a success and half damage on a fail.
Well,
Sounds like power word kill time. Just kidding.
well, you're still not smart enough to be an artificer, okay?
That hurts.
But you're smart enough to go,
Why you
ooh,
gotta go
that
for the low
hot.
blow?
Poor buddy.
All right, Sumner, what you got?
Okay, so 6th and 7th level is kind of an interesting level for clerics. I play clerics quite often, and 6th level is usually the one you want to achieve, which I obviously just was. I'm 7th level now, where you get something cool, where I got Thunderous Strike. But 7th level, you don't really get anything at all. All I got was a 4th level spell, which is great, but it's usually this is the time where I choose whether or not I'm going to be multi-classing. In this case, I'll be going full Tempest, so I got a 4th level spell.
Don't sell
Yeah.
spell slots short, man. Spell slots are incredible.
No, they certainly are, but as far as like niches and stuff like that, if you're gonna multi-class, this would be when it would be, because you get so much more if you multi-class depending on what you're going for. I want to popcorn it to Callista.
Yeah, I too. This isn't a super eventful level for druids. I do get some cool stuff next level, but this time I got some extra HP and I got a 4th level spell slot. So that's exciting though, because we're starting to get into some of the really neat, fun druid spells. So I'm jazzed about that. That's it. More to come next level if I live.
I think Rat is
If I
next, right?
live.
Yeah, it's me.
Ravioli.
The ravioli's here. What up?
Give me the
Give me
phone.
shut up. Okay. So, I took a second level in Ranger because I really just want that Fey Ranger ability because I think that would just complement me so well. Anyway, that's next. I got archery bonus proficiencies, so thanks. Yeah, I get a +2 bonus on my archery now. Get fucked.
Is it
And
archery or ranged attacks? Because that could include your yeeting.
it's ranged weapons, +2 ranged weapons.
There you go. Now your yeeting is even more accurate.
Yeah, now I'm terrifying when I throw things. And I also got spells. I am now a spellcaster. Aside from dinky water spells, I have other spells.
Dinky water spells.
You water spells.
Is there
create
anything you
water.
can't yeet now?
What spells
No.
did you take? I have to know.
Let me tell you about the spells that I took because oh fucking boy. I have Hail of Thorns.
I love that spell.
Woo!
For a
That's
hunter.
one-
Awesome.
You have
And
to.
Hunter's Mark for extra fucking
Hunter's Mark.
up.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good one.
Good ones.
Yes.
Good ones.
So yeah,
So-
those are my 2 spells.
Awesome. Is that everyone? Everyone went and not skipping anybody? It's not an additional member of the party or anything.
Jen, what did you unlock?
Yeah, what did
at
you level up
7?
in?
Yeah, what did you get?
So I
Jen?
leveled up in the story and I wrote the next game, which we're going to start now.
Wonderful.
Yay!
I'm excited.
I like that
Let's
someone
get into
said
it.
in chat, I am now a spellcaster is the most terrifying thing to hear from Rav.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to see what becomes of this.
It's like hearing your like unpredictable cousin text you saying, "I got a gun." Like you're like, "Wow."
You know what? Even better, it's the perfect vine for this is what do you got there? A knife. No!
No, drop it!
It's exactly like Rav having spells is like, Rav, what do you got there? I got spells. Rav, please stop. Put them down.
I believe that someone was Princess Sparklefist who's about to fight Sumner.
She's about to fight me because I'm the best friend.
All right,
Fight
so
me.
let's take a breather. We're going to get into character. We're going to be role play. We're going to have a good time. Everyone's
Always
got their
in
voices on. They're
Yeah.
And thank you to Mike Mahoney, 28, and Scared Dark Man. Now we have 2 Dark Mans for the follows. All right. Sumner. All right, so you guys ended on a battle with cultists. They were wearing different robes than the cultists that you guys have seen so far. They were also quite stronger. They were all able to cast very high level spells, but you guys got rid of them like it was nothing. And that instilled a lot of confidence in you guys. You saved Rab's mom, and Sabine entered from outside with Galvin's advisor, who gave Galvin his father's staff as an initiation into the church. And so the group stands in Rav's mom's house, and Rav's mom is making dinner.
Mom, what are we eating?
Oh, well, we need to do something with these bodies. So if you don't want dinner here, you might as well go back to the city.
Huh.
Are you cooking the people?
I don't ask you questions, Callista.
That's fair
Mom.
enough. No.
Mother.
Melissa just
I'm-
wanders off and is staring in a corner awkwardly, like she just really is processing.
I'm afraid Galvin's list of things to be concerned about is full. So we have to go.
All right.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Well, I'm making dinner. You can have it if you want. I'm making pies,
Mm-mm.
and I'll also throw out some meat pies. I can do some
Mom, do you know
garlic bread.
Do you know a strange woman with red hair named Thistle?
I don't recall.
Okay. Just
I
What?
think we can help get rid of these bodies for you.
yeah.
You don't want them in your home for much longer.
Think that's a good task. You can either go to the graveyard and give them a proper burial, or you can do whatever your adventuring party does.
I would
Either
prefer
way,
to.
they're going to be out of my house because you brought them here, Ravlana.
Thanks, Mom. Oh God, she's gonna ground me. Let's just throw them in a ditch somewhere because they don't deserve a burial. They're pretty shitty people, and I'm really hungry. And her meat pies are pretty fucking good.
By the time you get back, they'll be done.
Yeah.
She dismisses you literally.
Oh,
She's
Jesus.
very upset.
She's mad, y'all.
that you guys had a fight to the death in her home.
I'm sorry you
As-
got
The gift
stabbed.
basket.
So
And
you
you
had to pull
can
up
shoot
shotgun,
somebody.
Mom.
She does what a Southern woman does, and that's shoot and ask questions later.
All right, yeah. So I'll drag some bodies out. Is
Before he
anybody
does
staying
that-
behind?
I would like to religion check these robes. They're
Okay.
different from the Merkel robes that we know, and so I want to know about these robes.
I would like
I
to
don't know shit about them. I got a 3.
I would like to go through their pockets.
So you don't know nothing. You look at them and you notice that they are very similar colors to what Galvin is wearing. And they also have the same colors as Kuros's god.
I don't have a god.
You don't have a god?
No.
No one? Sumner,
I have a
You
god.
guys follow them.
And do you want to know who he is?
It's Lathander.
I will come through this computer
Lathander.
someday.
do you want to proselytize to the sea elf?
Does Lathander does he have like paws, claws? What is he?
What was the
Lathander-
situation at the end of his arm stub?
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Lathander being a human man.
My migraine come back.
All right, fine. Yeah, Kroos doesn't have a god. The
Okay.
paladin is really like a
Morals?
Morals, yeah.
morals, but
Okay.
it's also kind of the spirit of
It doesn't change very much to the story, so we'll just insinuate that it only has the colors of Galvin's church on him.
okay.
Nothing with Kuros.
Galvin, do you want to
10
explain
pages of
yourself?
content.
Delete it.
Delete it.
Yeah. So does Galvin recognize these colors as like Lathander robes specifically?
Did you help Kuros?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
I'm
Then you're not
giving you the
but I don't mean that to
stinkiest
be
of
rude, I'm just
stink
saying,
eyes,
like-
Yeah.
Galvin.
No, of course.
Galvin, these aren't Merkel cultists.
I am now looking
Okay.
and perceiving. Do I recognize these robes as Lathander robes?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Oh. Oh, I got a 15.
Okay, you recognize these robes from your history hall in the Church of Lathander. It is a variation of the robes of Lathander from at least 200 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm thoroughly confused. Those are Lathander robes, but not from this era. We should dispose of the bodies, if you please. And I want to begin pulling them out of the building.
I will assist.
Yeah, I'm gonna help, and I'm gonna have Skelly Boy help.
I'm gonna go through their
All right.
pockets while I'm helping.
You're muted, Jen.
Sorry, internet questions. So, I need you to say what you just said again, and I do apologize.
I want to go through their pockets while we're disposing of corpses.
Okay, perfect.
What's
So,
the
are you
case?
guys picking them up and like leaving the house? What's the plan?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that what we're
taking
doing?
him outside.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Well, since you guys
um,
have it under control, because there's what, 3 bodies there? Yeah.
There's
so
3
I'm
bodies.
gonna stick with Sabine and see if I can start working on the mask.
Perfect.
Good idea.
Cool.
So, Rav, as you begin to pick up people, you're filling their pockets and going through the insides of their robes. You locate a small a whittling knife.
I
In
got a
one-
knife.
Drop it! No!
First the magic
And-
spells, then the blades.
So you guys kind of shuffle outside with
Pocket
the
that.
bodies, and you hear Rav's mom in the kitchen clanking pots and pans together. And Chains sits at the table with Sabine, and Sabine sits there and says, "What is it that you need me to do?"
We need you to reassume the shape of the doppelganger again.
And what is your plan with that?
We are going to possibly determine a location with this mask.
The location of the doppelganger?
Yes.
I'm curious because I brought you guys to safety at a time before you became fully involved, and you continue to be involved.
I see you underestimate our tenacity.
Clearly. What is your purpose in continuing your quest then?
We do not want any more cities to be destroyed by Merkel.
And I don't mean to be offensive in my answer here, but is it possible that you don't understand the safety given a different chance and a different path? The path you
Probably.
took before led to the demise of Nyx. The path you take now does not necessarily mean that it's going to happen.
Well, we do not obviously understand quite what is going on, as we have been put back in the past before some things have happened, possibly. We want to go to Nyx to ensure that it is still even there.
She takes a second and looks down, and a darkness bubble kind of forms over her from the start of her head to the floor. And she reappears through a small beam of light as a short and thin, brown-headed child. That is the doppelganger.
Aha!
I get to work on the mask.
Okay, roll 3 performance checks.
You got this.
You got it, boss.
And you are sculpting this mask to make it look like the doppelganger's face, so we can look through their eyes. You're welcome, viewers. All right.
So that is a 19,
Okay.
a 12, and a 13.
Awesome. So, learning that you have an artistic craft, you hold the mask up, and it is almost a perfect replication.
Very nice.
So, what else do you know about this mask?
All that I know is that you can look through the person whose face you have molded to its eyes.
That sounds
What do you know of this mask?
nothing. Surprisingly. Because I know a lot. And she kind of giggles. Which is surprising to me, because it makes me feel as though it was crafted specifically for a different reason. I just fear your safety, which is the reason why I brought you here.
Well, we appreciate this, but we still have to make sure the rest of Oblivion Isles is safe. That is the mission that was given to us.
Roll for persuasion.
Perception.
23.
She looks down and taps her foot. You can tell that she appears to be slightly frustrated. And she says, "Okay. I would like to help in your quest. Who is going to look through the mask?"
I imagine someone with more of a human-shaped face would have an easier time.
That's my beak.
Okay.
So Galvin's out.
I'm the furthest out.
Rav's mom then turns the corner and says, do you go by buried or do you go by chains? Or do you go by buried in chains? As most tabaxi I've ever met go by their full name.
You may call me Chains.
Is that not demeaning? And she hands you platters, like literally just handing you things to go set the table.
Oh, okay.
Without asking.
Congrats, my mom just made you work.
So Sabine sits there. Rav's mom doesn't seem to acknowledge her at all as you are continuing to set the table. So outside, and doing Rav's mom's bidding in the kitchen. So outside, you guys are carrying the 3 bodies. Where are you going with these bodies? You're on the outskirts of the farmlands. There is at least 100 acres between every home, such as Rav's home, which has like lemon farms and tree farms.
Would I be aware of like any like ditches where people put their compost?
Yes, you would. So you lead the group. Are you guys stealthing or are you just carrying dead bodies in the
Broad daylight.
Probably stealth, right?
In the midday sun. Just.
If
Hey,
anybody
neighbor.
asks, I know everybody here. If they ask, they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, pigs."
He's just sleeping.
Also, 100 acres is a lot of land. Like, is there anyone going to be around to see us?
Good
Roll for
point.
perception.
I have expertise in that now. That's 25, baby.
God damn.
Wow. Okay. So you look around, you see in the far distance at the edge of your viewpoint, there are small groups of people. There's carriages that go by on the main road every so often, and you do see one coming.
Are we on the main road?
Her house is right off the main road. All the
Okay.
houses are on this like pathway that goes through town.
Well, I think we should get off the main road. There's a carriage coming this way, and I don't think it would be... We don't have time to explain why we're carrying dead bodies.
Yeah.
I like
do
how that's a
that.
Guess we
burden.
could go to take care of these.
Yeah, there's a compost like pile, like pit. It's kind of communal, and we could just throw them in there. I don't think they deserve a funeral. They're kind of assholes.
Galvin, how do you feel seeing as they're adorned in your god's attire?
I look at Galvin with the wood knife I got.
I still wonder that myself. But given the circumstance, they did attack us, and the last time we were at the Church of Lathander, Chains received a form of surgery that he did not elect for. So, honestly, this is about right.
And what is this? Do they deserve a burial or not? That's kind of was my question.
I could not care less. As
So
long
fuck
as they
'em.
do not burden us more than they already have.
Well, Rav, lead the way.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys head through kind of like an off-branching garden area, which leads to a community garden. And in the back, there's just large mulch piles with different types for people to pick of their choosing. And they have, of course, like manure and then dirt and chips and things like that in the area. There does not appear to be anyone around.
This seems to be like some forensic file stuff. I don't like dumping a body where a lot of people might be coming.
No, hold on. It will literally turn into fertilizer, which then we will use for the garden.
It's fantastic. Plus, they'll blame it on each other and not us.
Yeah, it's recycling.
I see
All
no
right.
problem with this plan at all.
Yeah, we're giving back
All right.
to nature.
So, Galvin, I have another question for you. What was that whole deal? Are you sure you want to trust that staff you were given, considering we were just attacked by people that seem to be of your church?
That is a fair observation that had not occurred to me. I want to perceive the staff and see if it is actually exactly what I remember, in case I wasn't looking at this with rose-colored glasses type thing. Like, oh, it's
Your
it. I didn't
father's
even want.
staff?
Yes.
Okay. You look at it and you see the same cracks, the same molded hand holding, really, the same molded grips, and it looks the same.
Okay. I understand your hesitation, Koros, as they mirror mine, but this is my father's staff, no doubt.
What if they like could track us with it, like they could track chains?
Then bring them on, I say.
Okay.
Just
That's
a
what
quick
Galvin
cut
thinks.
back to
Yeah,
you guys. Just a quick cut back to Jane's. He's now handed like a duster, and he's like being forced to clean the room.
It's because you're
Is he wearing-
tabaxi. She's making you wear it.
Rab's mom's just in the background, like tapping her foot with her arms crossed. The food's done. She's like, "Where are they?"
I have no idea. The hell do I do with this thing?
You
Wait a
just
minute.
you beat it on the. Give it to me. And she takes.
I
it
start
from
breaking things with the
Me. She
duster.
takes it from
You
me.
like wiggle it, and then you see like the feathers moving. You're like, oh,
It's a cat toy. No, she takes it from you when you start breaking things, and she says, "Just eat. I appreciate your help, genuinely." Where are you guys staying tonight? Because it's not going to be here. Unfortunately, only Rav can stay here. If there was a murder party in here, it's not going to happen again.
Well, we do have possibilities inside of the city, so
Well,
we
good.
will investigate those possibilities.
Now eat up, get strong. Even though you're a grown man, she looks you're like way taller than her.
And way stronger than her.
Yep. She says, "Eat up, get strong.
Start
The others
Terry
will be
Crews
back."
flexing.
And it breaks the apron you're wearing.
She says, "I'll start making more lemon bars for you guys to take along."
Oh!
She like pops back to the kitchen.
Where does she
And-
get all this food? She lives
Don't worry
alone.
about it. Dad granted her a wish.
When life gives you a lemon farm,
Yeah, you make lemon bars pretty often.
Please take
you
them.
Do you want lemon meringue pie instead? Anyway, so she goes back to the kitchen, and then we cut back to the group back outside.
Oh, hello.
Are we like digging? Are you guys gonna bury the bodies?
Do you dump it
Yeah.
on top of the soil? Do you dig?
I would have like push compost on top of them until they just
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, Galvin
I
will see
sit
what she's doing.
cross-legged and watch them struggle with doing this for a long time before I stand up.
Callista.
I kind of dust my pants off, and then I just cast mold earth to just dig little graves and put
I-
their back on.
I was waiting. I was like, the Spore Druid, easily the best class to bury a body. And here we are.
You guys are like working and sweating, and she's like looking at her.
Just kind of watch it for a while, just fascinated by she's not trying to be a jerk. She's just really fascinated by the
Yeah.
methods you guys are choosing to take. And she kind of like, for her own research, she just wants to watch what you guys were going to try for a while.
And then you saw that, oh, they're just struggling. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so mold.
Just
earth
add some little
cast,
flowers on top,
and
some
you
grass on
see,
top.
like the mulch and stuff like bury down inward and sink in, and the bodies perfectly nuzzle into comfortable death sleeping positions, and then a whoosh of wind just goes by completely flat and untraceable. Slowly the mulch falls back into the original places that it was in.
perfect.
I want
You
to
couldn't
high
have done
five
that
Mr. Scary
before.
Boy. Oh no, I could have. Yeah, and just it's no, but nobody asked.
That's a good point.
Okay. Let's go eat dinner.
Galvin takes out a notepad. Ask Callista to do things.
All right, so you guys head back, and as you enter, you see Chains, assuming sitting at the table with Sabine eating. All right. So you guys come in, and your table is full of pot pie, kind of individual pies, at the table, and you guys enjoy a nice lunch with each other.
Would you say it's a hero's feast?
I would say it's a good excuse for a campfire chat.
Oh, shit.
And the conversation falls on
Chicken pot pie. My 3 favorite things.
your best experience with cultural foods.
With what? Cultural
What?
foods?
Cultural foods.
Oh,
I
Curls
said
has one
cultural
right now.
because it doesn't have to be like rations. It can be like anything you've eaten before. You guys want to roll to go first, or someone want to speak up?
I would just go for it.
So we're sitting around having these pot pies, and Kuro's like, Rav, did you grow up eating this food?
Yeah.
This is the best food I've had probably in my whole life.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's real good. It's better than the monastery's food, which is like shit, like real bad, real bad. But this, you'd be gone a long while, and then you come home to this. Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what happened, except I didn't come home to it. I arrived here for the first time and had it, and it, like, if I rolled a D, like a 1 to 100 number, I got 100 on liking this food.
that's weird, bud. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Galvin looks deep in thought, as he appears to have not stopped thinking about it since it was brought up. One time, I was across Ulatorf, doing my rounds, going door to door, doing cleric things, he says.
Mormon things.
But then this seedy fellow looked to me and opened his coat, revealing many pouches of what appeared to be seed. And he said, "Hey there, you ever tried seed, church fella?"
I really thought you were about to say, "What you buying?"
What are you buying?
And I was about to die.
No.
I'll buy it at a high price.
And Galvin looked. Galvin, I'm speaking in third person. Galvin says, and I looked to him, and I said, "No, I have not, nor would I." And he said, "Well, you should, at least once, to know what you're fighting against." And I said, "Good point." So I gave him the money, and I tried the seed for the first time in my young life. I was 8 at the time. Seeing colors I have never seen before, feeling feelings I have never felt. And it lasted for hours upon hours. I felt the gods course through me. By the way, 8 years in Aarakocra is okay. He's not a toddler. He's not a child. I needed to back that up and explain a little bit. Back to the story. I felt everything. I felt the gods course through me, my own power. And then it subsided. He said, "Is it over, kid?" I was like, "Yes, that was amazing. May I have more?" And that was the end of my week.
Galvin?
I don't remember how many days must have passed, but now that's all I think about.
Galvin, I have a very important and very serious question for you, despite the fact that I'm laughing right now. Have you sought help for your addiction?
I never thought of it as an addiction, but a hobby.
None, buddy. My drinking is a hobby. That's not.
Everyone's
I
gonna get
don't-
invited to an episode of Joe Rogan.
I don't know if I would compare my seed to your booze, of which you get so much every time I see you.
I am literally famous, Galvin.
You are literally sweating ale as I'm speaking to you.
Galvin, I am a water genasi.
I don't know if water is the word I would use.
And then I shove my sweaty hand in his face and say, "Taste it."
I become alcoholic. I become poisoned by alcohol by you touching me. And
Alan, isn't that calling the pot? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle blue here?
You're on a roll, Kuros. You really
Am
are.
I a subclass of Genasi?
That wasn't me. That was from Princess Sparklefish.
Beer Genasi.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's my experience with cultural food. H goes to high five chains, being like, "Please support me."
Melissa's just stopped eating
one
and
of
she's
those, like,
staring with huge saucer
Obligatory
eyes.
high fives.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to stop Chains from high fiving him because I want to shame him.
That's fine.
Yeah.
he goes for it, but it's like,
Like,
No, we don't do that here.
All right, so interesting. Next.
I look at Chains.
yeah, I'm just staring at
Do you
Chains
want
with
to
a
tell
horrified
us
look on my
something
face.
real weird too over here?
Galvin looks embarrassed.
have you ever had kobold feet on a stick?
Excuse me, what?
Yes, please talk about that instead.
Yes, kobold feet on a stick. It was apparently a delicacy in unnamed place over there. My thoughts were it was okay.
I have a question, Chains. What?
Are you saying kobold feet on a stick? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
What did they do with the rest of the kobold?
That's a good question.
Like, did they just chop their feet off?
You don't
and
want to know.
stick?
Oh, yes, we do.
Another question, Chains. Did you like take the little feet in your hands and pretend to take little steps with them first before you eat them? Like tap dance with them a little bit?
Oh my
We're
goodness.
spreading the news.
No, because I was
It was a
told
missed opportunity.
if I did not eat them, I would die. So
Made it sad.
it was more of a you eat this or we kill you. You
Aw.
eat this and you're free, or we just kill you because we don't like you.
Why was your life on the line with the price for your life being eating food? That's a more interesting story that I want to hear.
Well,
Go for it, Zach. You got this.
Is this about slurms? Did slurms get you in trouble?
Is this where slurms
this
comes
this
from?
was many years after the passing of Slurms. I'm sorry to
rest in
say.
peace.
Rest in
buddy.
peace, Slurms.
Yes,
R.I.P.
rip
Slurms.
my
You
friends.
hear from the kitchen, R.I.P. whoever that is.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, you see, Kuros. What they used to spice these kobold feet. Now that was the real test. You know how they, in some cultures, you put your hand into a glove filled with ants, and you
No.
let the ants bite you.
I don't know that custom, but I'll trust you on it.
Yes, well, I've traveled many places, and yes, this was one of those customs. It's a rite of passage, if you will.
All right, so it's kind of like you either become a man or you're not worthy of life type of things. Okay, gotcha.
Correct. Yes.
One of those.
Interesting.
That old hat.
Yes.
What about you, Callista?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not really as exciting as all of you guys' stories. We just, we ate what we grew and what we caught. And I've had a lot of nights since then where I've had good berries because, they fill you up. They're really good about that. But yeah, this food's a lot less gamey and overly seasoned to cover up the fact that it's gamey.
Callista, do you
So-
eat meat?
I have before,
You do have a meat pie in front of you.
Yeah,
Callista, that's meat. Put in the pie.
Oh, I thought it tasted kind of meaty.
Yeah.
non-organic.
Fine with it though. She eats it.
It's non-GMO, don't worry.
I mean, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so I've had a little bit of everything.
Rob,
Some
what
things
about
that
you?
made me feel very ill the next day. You learn a lot of lessons that way.
What about me?
Yeah, what's the most exotic thing you've ever eaten?
No, I'm kidding.
Not you too.
This is where the story for the rest of the kobold comes into the story.
Well, I ate this one time. I ate a footless kobold. It was very strange.
You see Rav's mom poke around the kitchen, and she says, "Tell him about the time with the elephants." She sees Callista's face. "We didn't eat them. They brought us food. Remember, we went on that safari."
Oh yeah. One time when I was on winter break from Monk College.
I went to college.
Me and my mom went on this little safari. It was like a bonding thing because I was having trouble integrating with the other kids at Monk School, and I was
College.
fighting with everybody. And my mom was like, "You need a break from that. Why don't we go on a safari and have some fun?" And there were these freaking elephants, and they just kept bringing us food in banana leaves. Just
That's
weird,
the best.
weird exotic foods. Just
Side
weird
note: if a
fruit.
monkey brings you food, don't accept it. It's not
Oh.
always food. Sometimes it's poo.
Oh.
They're very rude.
Duly noted.
Oh, I also did not mention that when you guys came in, it wasn't Sabine sitting at the table. It was the doppelganger. It's like she was still in form. So she is sitting there with you guys as the doppelganger.
I'm gonna look at Sabine and be like, "What's the weirdest thing you've eaten, kid?"
I'm very confused staring at this child.
She looks down and then back up. The eyes of Merkel's son.
Good talk.
Oh,
And then she stays quiet.
Go on. Galvin looks very interested. You Merkel's son. How long ago was this?
I believe it was how I was born.
Oh, so hundreds of years ago.
Yes. Merkel had, I think the legend says, 2 sons. And they were quite frankly chopped into pieces and new forms were created. And I'm one of them.
Sabine, you realize our goal here is to stop Merkel, right?
I realize.
Is there anything you can tell us that will help us in that venture?
I look upon you and I see mortals with dreams. I think if you were to face a god, you will surely fail. I can help you get there, but I can't help you fight him. It's not my way. I was created for a task. My task is complete, and now I just roam,
And your
doing
task
occasional
was
bidding.
And your task was to fool the Queen and King of Kuilotorf.
No.
And what task?
I'm largely irrelevant nowadays. Cornelia wants to continue this path of created power and have sons with Merkel so that she can craft more beings such as me.
Based on the information you have just said, it sounds like Merkel already has the doppelganger.
She looks down.
I'm questioning why we should even trust you in the first place, Sabine. Everything we know about you is based on lies and deception. How is this any different? And how can we even trust if you say otherwise?
I guess that's within your own heart to tell, but all I know is that I brought you to safety when I could have completed my task and have you killed.
A fiery hellscape with creatures made of lava that could go invisible and dragons is safety.
Sometimes you have to walk through a hallway that is dangerous to get to the other side that is light.
Yeah, my mom said that once.
I have heard that
You hear in
saying
the
before.
kitchen. And I do apologize for sending you into danger, but I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think that you could do it. But the doorway that we opened was unfortunately the first level of Merkel's hell. And I'm thankful that we didn't have to pass through the rest of the levels before we can achieve where we are now.
And why the deception? Why pretend you were this innocent little girl who survived the attack on Nyx?
Our friend died.
Because children seem to be a soft spot for most people, and it's an easy way to get me into your hearts.
An easy way to get one of our friends killed, you mean?
That's quite enough,
Listen.
Koros.
It wasn't my fault, but we are not having this discussion. That's all I can say.
That's quite enough. We can only focus on where to go from here, Koros. However, I do agree and understand your perspective here. Who wishes to look beyond the mask and look through to see where this doppelganger lies?
Chains holds the mask up.
She then changes down to a child-sized being, essentially looking as like a changeling, basically a faceless, maskless, weird being. Not saying she's a changeling, 'cause she's a construct, but she basically has become a faceless thing. Approximately 4 foot high, stands in very small stature.
I'll put the mask on.
I'd prefer you do that.
So be it.
Sure.
I extend my hand towards Chains.
I'm gonna
Okay, I
use
hand
my
the mask
guidance
over.
cantrip on Dylan first. Just in
I was
case.
gonna do it if you didn't.
It's a cantrip. I might as well just use it.
Okay. So, Kuros.
I'm just kidding. I lied. I removed guidance and switched out for another cantrip because
I
you already
have
know
guidance.
So you do it. Tinks,
You do
sorry.
Callista's
You are a
sitting
guy,
there like,
Galvin. You
wait,
can
hey,
dance.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
a minute. No, I didn't mean to do that spell. Hold on.
Undo! Undo!
I am a white bird, so it won't be pretty, but so anyway, go ahead.
So, a couple feathers lay around you from Galvin's guidance, and you take the mask in your hand, and very much so, like literally the Mask movie, you turn it around, and it has like a sheen of color strip across it as you look at it. And you have the choice to put it on or do something different.
Oh, he's gonna become Jim Carrey.
No, he's not going to be. That was for imagery.
Smoke it!
King of the Rumba beat. Thank you.
So you're holding the
Sparkle
mask, holding the mask in your hands, and it has a sheen of light that strips across the inside.
I put it on.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
And I get a D4 with that from guidance, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that is 13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay, Kuros. As you put the mask on, you feel as though blackness comes around you, and you're standing in a small room, approximately 13 by 15. There are chains and bars in every angle of you, and you're holding, you being whoever this is inside the mask, is holding these bars. And you hear a conversation being had. Roll for perception.
I have expertise in that now.
And everyone else in the group roll wisdom saving throws.
Oh wow. Okay.
As you see Kuros with the mask on his face become encased in a darkness bubble, such as what Chains experienced Sabine before she changed form.
I got a 15.
Galvin got a 24.
Okay.
17.
What are we rolling?
Wisdom saving.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. Ugh, I rolled terribly. I got a 10.
Callista, you become frightened, so you cannot make any moves.
I got a 21 perception.
Okay, Kuros, on the inside of the mask, you hear the voice of Cornelia and a deep demonic voice. You can't make out the exact words, but you hear these phrases. There was a promise. You told me so, and what is this now? And Murgle.
Okay. Am I able to take off the mask?
And then you, in a shadowy sense, the lights all turn on, the sconces turn on with flames that erupt to the ceiling. And the hands are released from the cage and they back all the way, and the figure backs all the way up to the wall. And you hear the sounds of very heavy, heightened breathing of fear. And you don't feel any of these emotions. You just hear this happening. And you look to your right and you see Maverus on the other side of the bars. And he's sitting there laying down with his tail beating the floor. And the hand in front of you reaches out and pets Maverus. And Maverus rubs his hand on the doppelganger's hand. Rubs his face on the doppelganger. Rubs his face on the doppelganger's hand.
Maverus is inside the cage, not outside the cage.
He is outside the cage. So there's a cage. You reach your hand through the cage and pet Maverus, and Maverus is leaning up against the bars.
Is Maverus like tied up or anything?
Nope. Maverus is just sitting there. So you then see Cornelia around the corner. Maverus blinks out of existence and you stand up immediately. And Cornelia doesn't say a word, but just looks directly at you wearing the mask and has tears in her eyes. And he says nothing, and there's a moment of silence. If you continue to wear the mask...
I'm going to keep the mask on until she leaves.
Okay, make another wisdom saving throw.
I can do this.
And the rest of the group make a wisdom saving throw.
That is...
As you see the darkness engulfing Kuros become a bit larger.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Okay.
18.
Dirty.
I got a 17 this time.
Okay, Chains.
16.
Okay, so everyone gets a bit standoffish. They take about a 5-foot step back from Kuros, sitting at the table. And Callista, the darkness begins to touch your hand. You take 1 point of damage as the darkness, you're too scared to move away. Kuros, on the inside of the mask, you see Cornelia standing there. She puts her hand on the cage and she says, "You were the answer." Why
Are or were?
You were the answer.
Okay.
Why is this not working? And she hits the cage and you see the doppelganger, like the body, your movement begins to stumble backwards in fear. You're back against the wall and you sit on a tiny bench that is in your cage. You see behind Cornelia, Maverus reappears and blinks into existence. He begins to snarl silently and walks towards Cornelia. Behind her, inching closer and closer until he jumps and makes a bite onto her shoulder. She reaches up and screams and says, "What is this?" And she goes to reach for Maverus, but he blinks out of existence, and she points at the doppelganger and says, "That's it, you're done." And she goes back out of the hall. And you hear her, you see droplets of blood dropping to the floor as she walks out.
Can I discern anything from the surroundings as to where? Is it underground? Is it in a build? Is it in just a building? Or
Roll perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. Expertise may not save me this time. 15?
You look around and you see what looks to be stone walls that are glowing red with what appears to be lava and heat.
Okay. I will take the mask off.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw. And everyone else.
Dirty 20.
Okay, nice.
21.
Nice.
14.
9.
21, finally.
Callista, you're no longer in fear, and you begin to back off and kind of take your hand off from being singed. What'd you get? Chains, I didn't hear you.
9.
9. So, as the mask is being taken off by Kuros, the darkness engulfing him comes back into the mask and he comes out unscathed. Unfortunately, a black ball bounces off into Chains's lap. And you take 5 damage. You like fire damage, and then it fizzles out.
Real quick, what's the
my
blink
lip.
dog's name?
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
What's the blink dog's name? Is it Mavris?
Yeah,
Matters.
Avarice.
Okay, thanks.
And as you guys are, sorry, Kuros, you take the mask off.
Mm-hmm.
And you're surrounded by your friends.
What happened?
What did you see?
You okay?
Well,
A lot. I believe they're underground somewhere. The walls seem to be glowing with the light of, I would guess, some magma or something. Cornelia's... things aren't going as planned for her, it seems. Merkel seems to be breaking the deal that he made with her or something. She's not happy. Mavris was there quite a bit, got a good bite on Cornelia before he blinked away. He might be able to lead us, or at least point us in a direction to maybe find out where that is.
Cornelia is this kid's mom?
Cornelia was not sure her current marital status, but was the wife of Merkel and is seeking to disrupt this ritual of child murder to gain power for herself. Disagree with
lesser of
the
two
ends,
evils.
but I agree with the means.
So as you guys are talking, Mavris pops up right next to you.
Oh,
Speak of the angel.
holy.
And he pops up and he begins wagging his tail at the table.
I give him
I w-
pets.
I want to give him pets and check his teeth for any flesh.
Okay, roll for perception.
I don't know if I should tell you guys this, but I have expertise in that now.
Graduated from Bard College.
I went to college. That's a 19.
There we go. And you still have your zombie in the corner, by the way. So, you got 19. So you grab him like you do with what's in your mouth. And you see a bit of skin hanging off of his lip.
I will take that skin.
Make a wisdom saving throw. A 7?
Yeah.
As you go to reach and touch it, you take 17 points of psychic damage.
Holy shit.
And Mavris winces.
Oh, poor Mavris.
So I reach to take this flesh from his teeth. Do I grab it and it hurts, or does it prevent me
You
from...
grabbed it when you touched it, it hurt you. And you
Okay.
put
So
your hand off of it.
as I take this psychic damage, I jerk backwards and fall to the floor, and I imagine Mavris kind of does the opposite direction.
He does a little sad. He puts his hands on his little muzzle as he puts it on the floor.
Oh.
Avi.
I want to look. Galvin wants to look to Sabine instantly and kind of aggressively, authoritatively ask, "What was this mask intended for?" Because you mentioned earlier that this mask was meant for something else.
Not when we were around
Unfortunately-
that.
Not when you were there.
Not when you were there, but yeah, she did say that. But Chains can ask that question. Does he?
Chains, ask it.
She also said she didn't really know what this was because it was something she didn't know about, which surprised her.
Yeah, because I did ask her what she knew about it, and she said like nothing.
That's right. That's right. My apologies.
You're good.
She looks and says, "That's metagaming." Just kidding. So I'm kidding. So
She says, "Stop metagaming."
as you guys look to Sabine, she has turned back into the regular child form that you guys have seen, with long hair, except she no longer has childlike features. The chubby cheeks are gone, the typical child features. She kind of looks like a short woman.
Grown-ass woman.
Just short.
That's a
Very
short, grown-ass
4 feet
woman.
tall.
This is high fantasy. That's normal.
Mom, we got a grown-ass woman in the house. This is not a kid.
Give her a meat pie.
I give her a meat pie.
Sabine doesn't eat it. She now has
Well,
two
she
meat
should.
pies in front of her.
You should eat
I'm
that.
gonna help Rav's mom clean up and do dishes and stuff.
Okay.
I take
And
one of the meat pies and give it to Mavericks.
Mavericks eats it.
I think this would be a good time for a break.
Absolutely.
It's well
Yes.
past our 1 hour mark.
Yeah,
Sounds
and I wanted to
good.
say, welcome back to Once and Future Rusty. We missed you. So thanks for thanks for making it known.
That's my
Welcome back.
buddy, my taco buddy.
Hey.
All right, we'll be back in about 2 minutes. We're gonna grab some drinks and whatnot. We'll be right back.
All right, love y'all. Be right back.
Ooh, me? I'm like too loud because I'm nervous.
Oh, well,
we
thank you for the compliment. But, so, if you have one device, Waterdeep is a large city to scope.
Very good.
We went into the caves in Arg Hall. We took a boat up north of Nyx back when it was thriving and not just a criminal city. But anyway, we went to the caves and we went in search for a lamp that we heard about. And we didn't know that it was real or not. We thought, well, if anyone's going to find it, it's going to be us, because we were the best adventurers in all of Oblivion Isles. And you know what we did? We found it. And you know who was in there? Rab's future father.
My dad!
It's from the furthest of lands and the most exotic of creatures.
They really are.
Rav, roll persuasion with Callista's help. So whatever your Callista's modifier is.
I got a
for persuasion.
14.
Plus-
My modifier for persuasion is -1.
I got a 13. You are not helping me.
So he looks.
You are not helping.
Sorry. He looks at you and says, he kind of raises one eyebrow and he says, "You're going to have to do better than that. These teeth are cracked." And he kind of tosses it back to you. And
I will give you a song and dance. Mostly a dance. You ever seen a water genasi dance?
It's beautiful.
It's
It's rare
great.
and exotic.
Stop talking. You're making it worse.
roll one more persuasion -1.
What is happening?
It's real neat. I don't do that when I drink.
Do you want one? I just like pick one.
Yes, I take it.
You begin to
As you
bleed.
guys, as Kuros and Galvin return, you see Callista ripping parts of her body off and giving them to Rav.
Callista, are you alright?
Yeah, no, they grow right back. Check this out.
Oh my, that's incredible! Callista, do it again! Do it again! Do it again!
Okay, poof, and I hit one of
Oh,
the
that's
crows.
amazing! I want to take one and like. Can you feel this? Like, can you feel? Do you
I
feel?
don't want you to. So afraid.
Look, if you just turn around and you can see the town.
You can use chrysanthemum.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
to make,
view.
Paint.
I wouldn't go in there. What did I just say?
Not trust her.
I wouldn't go in there.
What are we gonna do?
Cooks into his armor and just.
Yeah,
Right.
and I want like anyone to walk in the door to just see my back, and then him kneeling in
Stop.
front of me, and then I'm going. And then
Fucking Sumner.
and then I'm going to say, "Don't worry, I'll be quick." And then I'm going to put my hands.
Now
on
touch
your-
my staff.
I'm going to say, I'm going to do the same exact spell. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I
Put your
regret
hands on
immediately
the
going
shaft
down that
of
line.
my staff,
So-
please.
I hate
Jesus.
this.
All right.
This
All
is-
right.
no, I'm not using my staff. I can do this without it. So I use the same exact spell, but instead of fire, it's like this radiant light, this gold light. And I say, "Don't worry, it's coming out soon." And I insert, and eventually I cast remove curse. You can take the rest, Jen,
What is-
please.
What is Chains?
A 2.
All right, what do you want to do?
Bless you.
You
Okay.
succeed.
I'm coming up. Like I imagine like this is how I approach this bear. Like I come up behind and then I do it. And I just smother the hell out of him.
Give him a
Yes.
bear hug.
So in the distance, you do hear a little bit, and then so the bottomless well is competing. We're gonna win with our honey and get more business for our restaurant, tavern, whatever it is. So I have to go, but I brought you some bacon, and I hope you have a good day. And she gives you a hug, and she kind of walks away to
Is
go
it-
back
is
to the
it
honey festival.
Pocket bacon or pocket bacon?
It's literally stolen pocket bacon from Zarina, and she's gonna be
Okay.
really mad about it someday.
I just
But
didn't know
it's
if it was
pocket
like people.
No,
It's time for the yes, if I'm gonna make it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I've basically made it. I just gotta stay focused. And
Oh, like I got sent.
I'm gonna do it. Hot dog man, what you doing here? I'm gonna grab you back. I'm gonna grab you. Get over your head. You fucking thought you had me, but you didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay.
Somebody clip that, please.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It didn't occur to me what was happening.
How do you know this?
Well, my friend Thistle, you see, came to me on a hillside just this morning. And I was saying, "Hey, it's just Thistle. What's she doing here?" And she approached me, right? And I was like, "Thistle, what are you doing here?" And she said, "There was going to be a honey festival," and then she gave me bacon. And then I took my little toesies and I just whoa down the hill. And I told
First
you
off-
immediately.
First
What a
important,
child story.
the most important question that I have for you, Tiny Bear. Do you have any
Where?
more than pocket bacon?
No. Anyway, so the honey festival.
Hello. If you see them open the door, open that door real quick, because I'm gonna throw a grenade. Are you just watching each other through these damn windows?
Do it! Do it! Oh, we got it in there!
I got it in!
No, you got it in!
You sons of bitches!
Let's go, let's
That's
go,
not-
let's go. Oh, they're still there! They're still there!
Like 1 foot and
Dorothy
my
Garcia?
person's freezing.
Would you make me the happiest man in the world and fuck?
Is I had a friend. He was my best friend. His name was Slurms Mackenzie.
Oh no.
When we got out, he was a man who liked to party.
Ash is dying. I'm
start with.
That's up to our child.
Literally.
Our cub.
Child.
I thought we
Welcome to our
don't
club.
discriminate.
We don't. Now pick the game, kid.
Yeah.
Fine, the fishing one. I like fish as much as the next bear.
All
right.
Cub child.
Welcome
Cub.
to our
A
club.
chub, if you will.
Welcome to our cub. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Sorry.
Even in a bear situation, SpongeBob makes
And
an
I made it a
appearance.
pun. I made it a pun.
No, I know you did.
I'm really
Welcome.
proud of you.
So we're gonna go to the fish first.
Yes. So
So we'll say you're slicing at one of the ones that was running towards the back.
I mean, it's piercing damage, but yeah.
Yes.
Give it a stab.
stabbing at them. Well
I
done.
start barking.
When you do that, Picasso goes like,
I
start
hope
barking
Picasso
too.
joins in.
So I want to start barking if y'all are gonna start barking, because I can't just have dogs around me not barking.
Eventually, I lose the impulse to not bark, and I just like every once in a while let out like a very dainty woof, woof.
A boof. A boof. A boof.
I imagine the whole Pugmire just uprises and just. Sorry.
All right. That
Yourself. And take care of those friends of yours. They seem to treat you well enough.
Yes, I enjoy the nicknames like Bucket of Bolts.
Nope.
And we're back.
Nope,
Welcome back,
dying
guys.
now.
Welcome back.
No.
How are you guys?
That was bad.
Welcome
Hello.
back. Hope you guys enjoyed the clips. I think this is the first time that it played, or maybe the second time that it played, with our new just automatic pulling from
Yep.
our clips generated. So
Yeah.
super cool thing. And so thank you guys for clipping. That's super fun. It's really, we were sitting here watching them and laughing.
Yeah.
We're excited to see like you guys' favorite parts. So let's do
Those make me
short-
happy. Like I watch them pretty much every night before bed, just for a quick smile.
I know, I
Some
cheese the
happy
whole
memories.
time. I know.
Hearing Uwu's voice for the first time was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, geez. They all
Sorry.
sat through that for hours.
yeah. Sorry, Jen. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Yeah,
you're
sorry,
fine.
Jen.
I was gonna force you guys to do a recap of the first half real quick before.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
We buried
Yes.
some bodies.
We bury some bodies.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Dylan, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I did the last recap. You want to go for it? Do
Yeah.
it.
We
me-
bury
me-
some bodies.
yeah.
We eat some pie. Dylan, Zook, not Dylan. He doesn't exist in this world. Kuros put on a mask and saw some stuff.
And it got real scary.
Yeah.
Doppelgangers in a cage. There's red glowy shit. There was a Doge, the Blink Doge.
Yours and
my
Ash's
favorite.
recaps are so like.
the similar.
It's just really like the bullet points of the
Yeah.
story. You guys,
It's like
all
very
three of the
base-
guys go so
base
far into
details.
detail.
Yeah, we're just
You-
like bullet points. This happened. I got a gift basket. This
yeah,
happened.
but
This
just-
happened.
Are y'all the type of people when you go to a Chinese buffet, you go to there for like the sushi and the ice cream,
No, I go there for the crab legs.
the crab legs?
Dude,
Okay.
I want the
So you have
cheese
all of that
rangoons and I
there.
want mochi. That's all I want in life ever.
Yep,
Then he
that's
bought
about
All you can
right.
eat crab legs, baby.
Now I want rangoons. Why have you
Oh
done
my
Rangoon,
god!
mother.
It's just
Yeah,
Give me the rangoons, mother.
So
Does
we
anyone
also
want to add any detail?
learned that. Go ahead, Jen.
I was asking if anyone wanted to add any detail. That's
Yeah,
Yes,
Dylan.
Chinese
we learned
restaurants.
that Callista. I always do this. Cornelia, her
do
plans
this to
are
me?
supposedly not. Look, Ka-sta.
I'm a good
First
girl.
and last syllables
Sometimes
are
a
the same.
big girl. Sometimes I'm smaller. Sometimes I wish I was a little
Right.
bit
No, I
smaller,
know
but I'm
the
a good.
difference, but I'm terrible
That was a baller.
in general, and your guys' names are similar. I catch myself. Cornelia's plans are not going 100% according to plan in this timeline. This is like, I guess, could be the best universe, but I'm not.
The darkest
I don't
timeline.
know. Cornelia's not feeling it, Mr. Krabs, I guess. Or maybe Merkel's not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Either way, now Mavris has some Cornelia flesh in his teeth that we could totally use for scrying or something like that, but touching it took out like a quarter of my health.
Yeah, that fucked you up good. Do you mean
And then everyone was like, oh, the Blink Dog, is he okay?
I know. I feel bad.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where they go to the petting zoo and there's that cute lamb and they're like, oh, it's so cute. And then they push that one aside for the even cuter one. That's gross. I'm going to make that meme later.
I'm so sorry.
And welcome, Cosplay Cowboy. Thank you for that follow.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see. So we haven't strayed far from Rav's mom's house, but a lot
Or at all.
happened. So, I forgot to get rid of these dead bodies. Hold on. There they are. Gone, gone, gone. Perfect. And so, the group, as explained, Kuros took about half damage, touching the flesh of Cornelia.
Almost a third of my health,
Yeah.
actually.
Kuros, are you okay?
You never
What did
have a
you do?
migraine
What's your
that's so
HP
bad
at
that you
right
just
now?
vomit as I
Yes.
have vomited the lunch onto the floor.
Yeah.
That just happened to me.
My mom's going to probably want you to clean that up.
Yeah. Give me like
Kuros, we are guests.
You hear, what happened?
Don't worry about it, Mom.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna ask my Skelly boy to clean it up, and I'm
Where's
gonna pat
the
Kuros on the
mop
shoulder
and
like, it's okay, it's
bucket?
okay, it's okay.
As she asks what happened, I want to go, where's the mop and bucket? And don't come in here.
You know where it is. It's in the bathroom.
All right, cool. And I'm going to go get it for the skeleton man.
Okay, so the skeleton.
Probably not great at it, but
and
Probably a
he
bare
just kinda
bones job.
Slaps
Oh my God,
the
leave.
floor with slaps the floor with the mop, cleaning it. And so the group is around the table with Sabine. What's our next moves? What are we doing?
do we have any idea where this kiddo is?
Well, Mavris, as I said, has some of Cornelia's own flesh that we could probably use to help find her in his teeth. But be
I don't
very
have, like,
careful
a
when you take
locate
it because it's
Human.
really...
Do you want me to grab it?
Do you think you could be okay grabbing it?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Even if we get that, though, what is
I'm-
our plan?
I'm proficient in wisdom saving throws, and it still almost took it. Made
I
me
have really high wisdom. I can do it.
Really weird thing for you to say.
Yeah. We're
It's
thugs,
also-
but okay.
Very wise.
It's also not to say you won't take any damage.
Still very wise.
Okay, why not?
I feel good about it.
Galvin's at capacity right now. Go for it.
I rolled a natural heckin' 20 on my yeet dice. I yeet this task.
yeet.
And my wisdom, what am I rolling? Just specifically wisdom? It's plus
It's a
6.
saving
Wisdom
throw.
saving throw. So your saving throw modifier in
Plus
the little
6.
box. Okay, so 26.
Mm-hmm.
You take 10 points of damage,
Oh, heck.
and it jerks you back. And Mavris winces once more.
Is
So she gets the flesh.
Did I get the flesh?
Nope.
Is it like stuck in there?
Yeah, it's like
real good.
In his deep, like probably
I'm
need
gonna love on
magical
Mavris because I
flaws.
feel really shitty for hurting him.
magical chip in the gums.
If Mavris will come with us, we could go to our friend. I look to Kuros, suggesting we go back to the shop that decursed you. Perhaps they could help.
I'm gonna need a rest at some point because I'm very low on spells and I'm not feeling so hot.
As of recently, help.
It's
No,
about,
before that. Before I tried that.
like 2-ish in the afternoon.
Well, my mom says we can't stay here because you're a bad influence on me. All of you.
I'm so
You
sorry.
can stay here.
Well, they can't, and that's just mean. And apparently, they're not allowed to stay here because they brought evil people here, Mom. But I helped bring
We have
evil
been
people
here for like
too.
30 minutes. Can we consider this a short rest while we've been eating and talking and sitting and
Yes,
okay?
absolutely.
Yeah, I can make that work then.
I can't believe you
probably.
treat my friends like this, Mom. I'm trying to be cool.
Ravana, you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing myself all the time.
She comes around the corner with lemon bars, and
Oh shit, are those lemon bars?
you know.
Oh, we don't need you. Oh, fuck. Lemon bars? Hell yeah.
So she gives each of you 2 lemon bars.
Take 3.
You can have 2.5 because she breaks her one that she kept for herself in half.
Oh no, I feel bad.
Oh no, give
She's
her
holding
some.
both halves, and
No.
she says, "Do you want it or not?"
No, Mom, eat it.
But I have lemons outside.
No, Mom, eat it. You made that.
Really shoves it in your mouth.
Mom, and then I give her my whole lemon bar that she gave me. And I go,
The other
it's
half.
eat. Oh, Jesus, Mom.
Take the lemon bars, sweetheart.
Fuck, okay.
Thank you. I'll make more.
Enjoy your bath, by the way. I got you bath.
I will enjoy my bath. Thank you. My ducky is waiting. But, so,
Well, I say we make our way to the Ugly Mug and continue this conversation there. Rav's mom has dealt with enough.
I
The
agree.
Day.
She just
Well,
is walking to the
few
bathroom.
hours.
Ravana,
She's in her house, and then the police came and arrested her and her daughter. And then we come back and bring people who busted.
I mean,
Oh, she's been through a lot the past, like,
to be honest, the cops part isn't new to her. That's a fairly common thing. But the rest of it,
I
yeah.
believe that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm a hooligan.
But you're our hooligan, Rav.
Yeah, I try. I just want to look cool in front of my friends. God, Mom.
You
Oh, the
feel
ugly-
like someone watching you, like that mom with the eye in the back of her head looks, even though she's in the bathroom taking a bath. So you hear the water sloshing inside. Approximately 30 minutes to 45 minutes have passed. It's almost about 3 in the afternoon.
Ugly Mug? Have I been suggesting Ugly Mug for 30 minutes that we go there instead of...
Well, yeah, but you guys were like resting and eating and things like that.
Oh,
We needed
okay,
to
gotcha,
get spell
gotcha.
slots back
for the short rest.
Yeah.
So,
And
you remember that
We
it's
get spell slots back with the short. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Or whatever.
some classes
know.
do,
I
but
don't
not all.
think
I don't know what
Okay,
you were
I was
doing.
really excited, but yeah, go on.
Oh no, you
Go on.
wanted
I
health
don't-
back. You wanted health back.
I did get
You know, it's
spells back,
about
but I don't get no
two
spells.
Track back to Eulatorf, so it would be about 2 hours before you reach the Ugly Mug again. So, you guys head out on your trek.
Yeah. Bye, Mom.
Galvin would like to cast Prayer of Healing on the way back. It's a 10-minute cast, but he'll be casting it on 6 creatures of my choice, which would be really just everybody. So everybody would gain 12 HP back.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Galvin, your healing abilities are almost as good as Cornelia's passive skin damage.
I get that a lot.
Sabine kind of, when you say passive skin damage, Sabine kind of makes like a noise.
Oh,
What
I
was
get my
that?
wild shape. I'm sorry. I just
Goodness.
realized I get my wild shape back.
What was that noise for?
I get my
It's a
wild
wild
shape back
shape.
with a short rest. Carry on. I was very excited. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Do you have something to say,
Yeah.
Sabine?
Not necessarily. Fear has stricken me for the first time in about 50 years.
It's a good streak.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Why are you fearful?
I've only ever seen that power in another once.
Go
Who
on.
is the other?
Details, baby, details.
Myself.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
What?
We stopped walking.
Excuse me?
I am impenetrable, and she kind of looks at Chains as proven. I
Yeah,
fear
because you
that
stabbed her.
I fear that the agreement has gone through. But Kuros, and she looks at Kuros and says, "You saw something different?"
She was saying along the lines of, we had a deal. Apparently the doppelganger was supposed to be the answer, but he's not enough.
She nods her head. I have no idea what that means.
You don't know. You were with her. We took you from Cornelia. How are you unaware of what her plans are?
I am not Cornelia, and I am not her husband.
But you were with her. You were in her church. You were lying to us about even being an innocent child that was just taken from their parents and used for Cornelia's purposes. When we got what we thought was the doppelganger, it was really you, Cornelia, hiding behind Cornelia.
Kuros, I believe your mistrust is misplaced. I have been banished from the Church of Merkel, and that was my last deed. Otherwise, all of the world would be dead.
Why were you
So
banished?
you should be thankful. How was I banished? I don't want
Why?
to discuss this. And she kind of just begins walking again, even though the group stopped, and Mavris follows her.
Mavra seems to trust her. Call me crazy, but that's enough for me. And I walk.
I mean, you can't doubt a dog. Yeah.
Dogs
we trust the
dogs are
dog.
just never wrong.
Absolutely.
Except
So-
when they're wrong.
Tell me
Shut
the
up.
story of this dog. Whose dog is this? What is
He's
this?
a good boy, first of all.
Sabine kind of chuckles.
Well, Kuros didn't. You kind of became friends with him.
Yeah, this is Mavris. This was Mystia's dog, Cornelia's supposed sister.
The Good Witch. She's well known. And she looks
she's
down
dead.
at Mavris and she smiles. And
She
then
may not
you say
be.
she's dead. She looks down, or she looks up and kind of smiles. And then continues walking.
Excuse me.
She's making it real hard to I know dogs are trustworthy and can tell when people are good, but she's making it real hard to trust her. I
Why
tell her
is
that the
that?
Good Witch is dead and
Stops
she
and
just
turns
smiles.
around. Well, maybe you're not reading between the lines, Kuros.
Are you Mystia, but like a midget? I never saw Misty. I don't know what she looks like. I know you're very
Roll
small.
for insight.
Cool. That's bad. Let's do that. Oh, I got a plus 5 to that.
That's bad.
That's bad. That's only +5,
I got a nat 20.
baby.
She looks at you and says, "Now is not the right time or place.
If not now, when?
Well, we continue to be followed."
Oh, yeah, true facts.
That's
Can
why
I
the blink
do-
dog's following her. Gotcha.
Can I do
look
like a vibe check?
Wait, she said we're still being followed?
I did
That's
an
what she said.
insight.
She said we
And I
continue
got-
to be followed.
I'm scanning the horizons.
Yeah, I will.
nonchalantly.
So
help.
as she says that,
You get
yeah, you
+6
can help.
to that.
Cool.
I
Perception
want
check.
to walk up to.
I would like to check her vibes. Would I need to do insight or perception?
Insight.
You said add 6 to the perception?
My help
Oh,
action.
that's dirty 20.
Okay, so we have 3 things going on, but churros. That's changing
Churros.
Churros!
Yay!
You guys look around and you see you got a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look around and you see the normal sights of people on carriages.
Okay.
Andale.
And
And nobody stands out. Like nobody. Like I'm looking
Not
for
at this
people,
moment.
kind of trying to look.
You're looking for people who are kind of sus.
Yeah.
Standing there menacingly.
you see a few cards. You see approximately 3. You see 3 cards, not approximately 3. Both of them, 2 of them are marked with Eulatorf sigils and appear to be merchant carts, and one of them is unmarked. That is the most difference you see.
Okay.
All of them are manned with approximately 4 people, and
Nobody's
appear
wearing
to be-
cloaks.
no one is wearing cloaks. Everyone is wearing regular civilian clothing.
Okay. I'm keeping. Is the Eulatorf marked one going along the same path as us, or are they going past us?
Everyone, if you continue to stand there, everyone passes.
Oh wait, we were standing. I thought we were walking.
You guys were, well, Sabine started walking and you guys didn't walk with her, and then she
Yeah.
turned around when Kuros was questioning her. So she
Gotcha.
did
We
stop
stopped.
again.
Okay. When we start walking, I want to see if they are going in the same direction as us or opposite direction as us.
Okay, cool. We'll pick up on that. And then Callista, you and Rav were going to.
Oh,
This is my look of panic as I'm sorry, go ahead. You first, Rav.
I wanted to tell Kuros what I kind of like incited, since I kind of have a feeling this might be like a version of magic good witch lady, but she doesn't want to talk about it right now.
Okay.
So I kind of, as he's like helping, I'm like, Kuros, I have a sneaking suspicion that Sabine might have something to do with what's her face?
Mystia.
Yeah, that
Mystia.
one.
You mean Cornelia's sister?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like possibly something's going on. I don't know. I just got like a weird vibe, and she's like, "I'll talk about it later." So I don't know.
And then
Good
Callista's vibe
good
checking.
insight there,
So what
Rob.
was your
We're
insight?
looking-
Thanks. I got a 25.
That's a high number, I
know, right?
imagine.
Genuinely forgot what I rolled, but it was low. I want to say it was like a 12 or a 14.
You said vibe check.
I rolled a perception.
Okay. So insight check.
Wait, I'm just kidding. Insight, because that's what you told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get a +6 to, but I rolled poorly. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It's like 12 or 14. It was. I'm leaning towards 12. It was bad. It was bad.
As Rav is discussing kind of openly with Kuros, Sabine remains silent.
Well, it's not so much open as it was like loudly whispering.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Sabine looks down at the floor, and she doesn't really say anything.
Muted.
And she looks at Mavris, and Mavris looks back at her, and they seem to have an eye contact moment before she looks back up to the group and says, "Shall we continue to?" She can't.
Yeah, the ugly mug. Yeah, let's go.
What an interesting title. And she continues walking.
Do they let midgets drink? I ask out loud.
God.
It's apparently 300 years old.
As you guys are walking, Chains is keeping his eye out while you guys are walking, and you see that all of the carts appear to be going in the same path as you. So you guys step off to the side as the two marked carts pass you, and you look back again, and the third cart veers to the right, off not a beaten path, but a more uncharted path that feeds into the farm and market district. Farm and trade district, sorry.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can see if the cart has like food things in it?
Yeah.
I cannot help you on this because
That's cool because I got a nat 1.
Okay, so you see in general, whether you rolled anything, you see that the cart is covered with cloth.
Okay.
Oh, that's all sus.
Yeah. Let's see. What's my background again? I think it's just the pirate.
You're a sailor.
Yes.
You can tie knots because that's in your background.
That's a callback.
That's my background.
I love that clip.
So how well would you say I know Eulatorf and how its roads connect?
Roll for history.
Go. God damn it.
At the roll or Jen's mustache?
Everyone's now, apparently. But no, I rolled a
Zach,
6.
we're all your siblings.
Chains?
Yes, I see you with your little baby mustaches.
Alcohol stash?
We're all Zach now.
Yeah.
We are Zach.
What'd you roll for history?
6.
Okay. You have never been to Eulatorf prior to joining Galvin. So the places that you have been with the group.
Okay.
Have I ever been to Eulatorf?
You have not left the forest, you forest lady.
Then my background is useless for this. Okay,
What's your background, though?
I'm a wanderer. I'm just kidding. I lied accidentally. I'm an outlander. So I have a great memory, an excellent memory, in fact, for maps and geography, and I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me, and I can find food and water for myself and up to 5 people.
Okay.
But I've never been here before, so
it's helpful for when you guys are traveling. I can't take it seriously.
Welcome to Zachful Encounters.
Dude, why does the mustache look especially?
She has a turtleneck on. Hon hon.
I'm just scream what?
This is too much.
I'm dying.
I hate how small it is.
I know.
We're not mature enough for these filters to have come out.
That's your typical stash right there. I've got the Texan boy,
It's the upgrade. It's the monthly premium one.
The
right.
yeehaw.
Yes. I feed it daily.
Welcome to Zachful Encounters.
Dylan, are you talking?
I was muted this whole time.
Sounded very fancy.
I thought you were practicing a Zach accent or something.
No, I was saying that I call this mustache the Alfred, where I just make sassy remarks to Batman.
All right. Sorry,
She's
guys.
got a
We're
bird
back.
now.
We're thinking and we're moving forward.
Yeah,
So,
we're being serious.
She scrolls through Zoom
She scrolls through everything.
filters.
I'm done. I just found a verb.
Okay. So, Chains, you were searching history. You realized that you could not. Callista was checking her background, realized it's more useful during intercity travels. And the group continues walking forward. Do we go to the tavern immediately? Do you guys make any stops along the way as you enter through the southern end?
The southern end. We're in the southern end. I believe the shop that we got Kuros's curse removed is in the northern district, if I remember right.
Correct.
Okay, so and the ugly mug is in the southern end?
Yeah.
Oh, so we'd have to go all
I thought
across
the ugly
town.
mug was in the market, like in the center of town, or close to.
Ugly mug is between the southern end and the market, so either way you would have to go all the way or across town.
So never mind. Okay, shoot. If there's any locations
If
along
we're
the
being
way.
followed, I think we should try and lose our pursuers before bringing them to any allies.
Or we could set a trap for them.
Do we have pursuers still?
We could set a trap. That's not a bad idea.
We could maybe find a nice dark alley, you know what I'm saying?
What?
That is an idea, actually.
Pop into view.
Yeah, and then hit on the elbow. Right? That's how you do it.
Are there any... I would be in favor of exploring a trap, perhaps, if Sabine would be our invulnerable bait.
Did you just ask a child to be bait?
She's not a child.
I'm not a child.
300 years old.
Not a child.
She calms, she turns to Callista and says, I am not a child. If you prefer to me take a different form, I can do so.
Okay, I just feel guilty because you're so small.
Typically,
but if you can handle
innocence is resembled by children.
Can you change your
children
height?
are resembled by innocence. She gets
Can
1
you have
inch
a beard?
taller.
I'm sorry, that's not important.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if you just wanted to remain like a small adult.
It is the most inconspicuous.
This is true.
Are you comfortable with this, Sabine?
She is pretty much impossible to kill, so I think she's okay.
Yeah, we can definitely die. It's not even that hard to do.
Sabine, if I may. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off.
She looks
Sabine,
at you.
Can you tell that they are still following?
She looks down. I actually can't.
But you could previously.
Which could mean that they're out of range, or could mean that I need a rest.
I see.
You might need a nappy nap.
Well,
A nappy nap.
I looked to Chains and I said, perhaps we should continue to the ugly mug then.
Yeah, we should
I
go
will-
there, please.
I will continue to keep eyes out.
Aye.
Are we gonna be
Chains and I'll take up the rear and keep a lookout.
Okay.
And Sabine looks at Callista and says, what did you say?
danger there though? I would feel bad if people got hurt because we brought our baggage along with us.
Oh no, the ugly mug can totally handle like all kinds of trouble.
Well, Og is apparently part of the city guard, and last we saw him, he was in the castle, so I don't know if they have any protection right now.
Do you
I'm sure
have
they have
anything
filled
on
his
you?
butt.
Do you have anything on you that would be continuously bringing them to you?
Callista.
I have that pearl thing in my pocket. Should I not?
Sabine looks at you without saying anything.
We may need to abandon that.
Technically, these are pockets of holding, so they're in another dimension, right? Right? I didn't even
That is a
You
fair
just start
point.
Crying, right?
Right?
Did you see me panic?
As like 8 arrows are pelted into you.
Right?
Open the pockets. The arrows will go into the pockets and not hit you.
No way.
Sabine looks at you and says, there is only one dimension that the holding bags of Oblivion Isles go to, and that is my own. Trust me, they can find us.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, can you put that in
heck.
someone else's
Should I-
pocket?
Should I, as Rav said, should I yeet it somewhere else?
No. Give it to me.
Okay, and I
back into his head.
throw it at him really rapidly. You can tell I'm a little freaked
I have
out.
a nice little spot for it right here.
It's my own.
I know I got it out the first time. I'm not a doctor. All right. Damn it, man. I'm a sea elf, not a doctor.
Chains is
Please
like,
don't
I got
put it
my
back in
own
your
pocket
noggin.
of holding and just.
Chains, I have pockets. You don't have to put it there.
I
No.
also have a
Pockets.
bag of holding in my skull.
Chains, what are you doing with it?
This is what we will use to set the trap.
Oh,
We won't even need her. We can just put this in the dark alley, and when they go to look for it, they will find a nice surprise.
we could drop a piano on them. Or
I
perhaps
will
an
make-
anvil.
Bye.
Or perhaps an Aarakocra with a brand new shiny stuff.
I feel very badly about this plan.
How about
but I don't have a
something
better idea,
even
so
better?
sure.
What?
An
Why not?
indestructible child.
Just
I will rig an explosive.
Is that a thing that you can do?
Inside the city, Chains? That sounds very
Chains,
dangerous.
that's called terrorism, and that's bad.
Yeah, we can't hurt other people. Chains, that's frowned upon. And
We are
generally
freedom
kind of rude
fighters.
to
This
do.
is why it is in an alley where people do not generally go.
Chains, I have a really.
Also,
Oh,
you
what if they're
guys
looking
are
for a
not
little
letting me
garbage
finish my
snack?
plan. You are over here saying, wow, explosives are bad. Wow, Chains, fuck you.
Chains, I have a really neat spell that lets me just throw arrow. Like,
Sorry, Chains, you're right.
do you think that would be less violent than like a bomb? And then we do the rest of your plan that I don't know anything
Or
about.
we could also use my net as I pulled my net
still
off
doing
my
it,
I
teeth
can
guys.
cast
off of my-
spells, you guys. I can cast spells.
Well, I imagine we probably want to ask
Sabine,
them some questions
Sabine
first.
interjects and says, "You guys are very comical, but I am interested in Chains' plan. Please continue.
You're interested in murder. Got it.
It's not murder. You need to let
I
him
want to
finish
get some
his plan.
information. Sorry, Sabine, you have given me no reason to trust you
Let's
other
just
than
hear Chains out.
Maverick has
Let's
given me
just
reason
hear-
to trust you. You have not. I'd rather question
silence,
people.
Calvin says.
Let's just, Galvin, you don't get to tell any of us what to do. I will turn you
I
into a
know
zombie.
I mentioned the
But let's
piano
hear
anvil
Chains out.
thing, but Chains.
Let's hear Chains out.
Rest of the plan.
Now,
A polite murder.
do we know of any possible abandoned buildings or buildings with basements that may not be in use?
Being familiar with Eulethorf, could I do a history check to think of any abandoned buildings that have like been abandoned for a long time?
Sure.
Ooh. An 18 without a modifier, so 22.
In the old city quarter, there used to be the courthouse. Since official doings are now in the Noble District, that courthouse has remained untouched for the past 30 years.
Perhaps the old courthouse and the old city quarter would be more fitting. As Callista quaintly put earlier, we may be putting them at risk, however capable they may be.
Okay, two things. The way you say quaintly seems a little condescending, but I digress. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. No worries, my friend. She kind of glares at you for a second, then you can tell she's like, "Oh no, I want to like you. I want to like you." But I can cast blindness and deafness. Of course, they can succeed, and it won't affect them. There's just a chance that it will affect them. But there are tactics that we have to use. Maybe. I just don't want to set off a bomb in the middle of the city.
I would give the castle
We-
people more reason to hate us.
Yeah, I can also charm people and confuse people.
You are still misunderstanding. This is not just out in the open where people are. That is why we need abandoned building.
Okay, so you
We
want
set
to
the
put
trap in a room. I am going to use my ball bearings
Okay.
on top of some explosive
Got it.
components, and when they open the door to a room that we might set up this trap in, they will get pelted.
Okay.
Will that be loud though? Will other people hear it maybe? Or no?
I don't
Not
think
in
that
the
matters.
basement, I assume.
And Callista,
There's a lot of assumptions
Sabine,
in this plan.
sorry, Kuros.
There's a lot of assumptions in this plan. When we have spells like blindness and Callista can blind or deafen them, we can tangle them up in nets, and I don't even know what else everyone else can do. But an explosion is gonna not be a good thing to do within a city, I feel like, especially when
keep assuming this is like a global-wide explosion.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're gonna blow up an entire town.
Like, it is a small trap with an explosive activator. It's a shotgun blast with metal bearings. That's all it is.
You want to shoot a fire gun in an urban setting.
Goodness.
You want to fire
This is not
There are
Fireball.
people around, they're gonna hear an explosion. No matter how small it is, they're
Well,
gonna
then perhaps
maybe I'm from the woods. Maybe I
Go
just
for
don't
it.
know.
You guys do what you want. It's fine.
I mean, no, I'm from the woods. Maybe I don't know how it works, but I just
There's
think
lots of stories in my book about a thing called the IRA, which sets off car bombs and other like urban warfare stuff like that, where they have an explosion that shoots shrapnel out. They do it in public places, and it's even worse. But I'm just saying, like, people don't look too highly on people who set off fire, gunpowder, and explosions.
Well, people don't look too highly on people who set traps in dungeons either.
When we could just jump them. We could just jump them, Chase. We don't have to maim them first.
Kuros, let me speak for 1 second. I think I get what Chains is putting down. It's just a small trap that will just explode in their faces, and then we can rush in and beat the shit out of them. Is that right, Chains?
Yes.
Right. It's like, we're not taking out an
I do
entire
not believe my
building
trap
block
will
or anything
kill
like
them.
that. Yeah.
It will merely maim them.
Sorry.
So Callista's plan involves
Sorry.
magic, which is less loud, and the same process. Am I wrong here?
I mean, she can also just cast silence on the area when the explosion goes off, but what do I know, you know?
If I may.
I can't. You're actually incorrect because druids at my level don't have silence. So no, I cannot. But that's
Dang
an
it.
excellent suggestion, my friend.
Galvin raises his hand.
Yes.
The courthouse has many doors. If we have many ideas, we could each of us could set up a trap of our own. And which door they go through will be the trap
there's a
they
story
set
like
off.
that. I know a story like that. It's called Home Alone, about this kid who sets up a lot of traps to
I don't watch plays.
bamboozle these two thieves that try to break into his house. Anyway, not the
I'm
point.
just saying.
Galvin, I love and respect you, but I think that's somehow a worse idea. So if
I like Chains' alleyway idea. The only thing I didn't like about Chains' idea is
Sabine's
the
just like,
explosion part of it.
Chains, if you want to explode things, I'm down, buddy. I believe in you. If you want to blow things up, let's go.
Sabine
I'm
interjects
here for
finally
it.
and says, perhaps you're thinking of too much involvement. You go in, you plant the trap, and we leave and go to the ugly mug.
Yeah.
If an explosion happens, the city guards will happen, but based on the explanation that Chains has given, it will be small and pinpointed.
Well, if we're not going, if we're not
What is the
captured-
difference between casting a spell and shooting a gun? There isn't one. Spells happen in the city all the time. I think this was overthought, and we are wasting time. I can sense them getting closer.
Sabine, you just want us to only get information from you. I want to get information from them.
Same.
This isn't my mission.
Apparently, you don't have one anymore, so I don't know why you're so hard pressed on this.
Carlos, you seem to be hard pressed without any evidence. She's trying to
Other than
guide
the
us.
fact that she was like, "Oh, I'm this wee little lass. I have no parents. They died in the explosion. Please save me."
You
They
intend
turned me
on
into this
arguing at
person.
every
And now she's like, "Yeah, I'm 300
turn.
years old, and I know and I've been around the block, and I'm part of Markle's son, apparently." Like,
No, you know what, Galvin? I'm with Kuros on this, 100%. Kuros is right.
So quick
we
to
really
toss
stuck
this
our
person.
our necks out because we thought this was a kid. Sorry, Kuros. Carry on. I'm
go ahead,
I'm
sorry.
so upset.
I offer
no, you go ahead, buddy.
Chains a flask in this trying time.
Oh, I chug. I chug.
Chug.
Nobody appreciates my ideas around
I
here.
do. I get it. I got it.
No,
buddy.
I appreciate your ideas. I was just worried. I'm new to the human world, okay? I
if
live
we
in
weren't
the
in a
woods.
city,
I don't
would be
know.
100%
So I'm overly
down for that plan,
cautious.
because fuck them. But
Not you.
I don't want to piss off the guard.
Maybe if I explained it a little more in detail. They open a door, a little thing goes off right next to their feet. Boom, they no longer have feet. We have maimed them.
And they're kobolds without feet.
Ow! That
How
sounds
loud
so.
is
Is
full
there
circle.
a nicer way
That's,
we can?
that's the attention
This
it draws
sounds so
is my
painful.
only concern. I understand your plan is not going to hurt anyone else, but I don't want to piss off the cats.
It's amazing what detail you miss when you interrupt, really.
And the people that we're potentially blowing up, can we guarantee it's going to be bad people? Because I feel really bad about
I'm
it.
assuming that we're doing this in a basement where the sound will be muffled, right, Chains? As you have said. So I think we're mitigating the sound issue by being underground with several layers of building on top of it to muffle the noise.
Are these bad
Galvin,
people?
Yes,
Does
they're
the
bad
old-
people. They're looking for us.
Does the old courthouse have a basement with several layers of building on top of it? Or are we
I'm
just
not-
assuming it
Remembers,
does?
yes.
There is the basement. I don't know how vast. I'm not familiar. I just know it's been abandoned.
Chains, how loud would the explosion be?
40 decibels. I don't fucking know.
Are we talking
got
a
a
fireball
chalkboard.
explosion sound, or are we talking like a fire bolt, like a to a?
I
Well.
imagine it would be the equivalent of that explosive I put in the water elemental before.
Guess I don't understand why we would risk hurting people and blowing limbs off when I have several spells that could kind of accomplish what we're trying to go for without hurting people before we know what their intentions are.
Okay,
That
fine,
really
how about
bothers
this?
me. And to be
You can
honest
try
with you,
your
guys,
trap.
I'm really
and I will
starting to
hold
question.
mine.
I'm really starting to question the morality of this group. You guys were ready to kill a kid, and now you're ready to just blow someone's feet off before you even know. What if it's just a random person that wandered down here? I'm really worried about this group.
Well, Callista, it's an abandoned courthouse, so no one's in there. And
What if
they're-
some drunk guy wanders down here and then
Okay.
his feet gets blown off?
Compromise.
Melissa, that's assuming a lot as well.
Well,
Compromise.
but maybe though, we can't just go blow.
No.
You don't think that blowing people's feet off immediately is assuming a lot? Because
Melissa,
I'm sorry, I'm not from the land of people, but like it seems like you guys are really stressed out, and the way you go about things is really stressful to me. Maybe just talk about things before you start blowing limbs off of other people. I don't know.
So,
maybe I'm crazy. This just seems
this
like
may
a
not be
weird
the
way to handle
forest.
things.
This may not be the forest where there's diplomacy and democracy. Here in the city, it's man
Why
eat
do you say
man.
that like
Carefully
it's a bad
capturing
thing?
people for questioning when you have questions for them. Here we blow limbs off before questioning.
So compromise. What if we try your way, peacefully try to get them, and if they do not reciprocate, well, we could blow their ankles off. Is that not a good compromise?
The fact that I had to talk to you about that being plan B is concerning to me.
We have
What is the
literally been through
difference?
hell and back. Forgive me.
yeah.
I have too, but that's a ridiculous way to approach things if you don't give people a chance to talk and
They will kill
reason
you.
first.
That's fair.
Sabine,
I just
is
feel
petting
like-
that verse, and she says, "What is the difference between the people pursuing and the people who you just killed and fought?"
They
We have
were
an opportunity
actively
to get the
trying to
jump on
kill us.
Who's
And
to
so
say
are
that
these.
these are not?
we
doing
have an
violence?
Well-
opportunity to capture them before they even can do violence.
But
instead
can
of
we just give it a chance to
violence in the
see?
first place?
I just want to give it a chance to see first. I just
We got
don't
to be
want to
better
blow
than
people
them.
up.
If we just go around killing anyone we don't agree with, are we any better than they are?
No,
Yes.
Yes.
no, Curls, we're not.
That's my I don't think that my only problem with Chains' plan is the explosion. I really think that a safer way of doing Callista's plan first to try and subdue them is
Do you want me
I don't
to
know
dump-
why we got to go to
Do you
the
want me to
extreme
just
of-
put a metal dart with maybe a little bit of poison, maybe a little bit of sleeping juice, something a little less limb removal? Will this make you feel better?
Ah, yes.
Little less limb
yes,
removal.
absolutely.
Then why didn't you say?
I just felt like we went to 10 when we were at like 2. Like we didn't go through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my god, dude.
As you guys are sitting there-
It escalated so quickly.
As you guys are sitting there bickering and arguing, another cart passes by. You notice that approximately 20 minutes has passed.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Can I
People are
just check
walking
out
around
the
us.
people that are
We're
passing?
discussing.
I want to keep an eye out on everyone that's passing by.
Sure, you can roll perception.
Perception?
Openly
Yeah.
discussing not to
I'm not
murder
gonna roll the-
someone.
In the middle of the passage.
I rolled a 15. It wasn't great, but
15?
it was better than I've been doing. all night.
You see a few. Sorry, I'm consulting my cart chart.
Something a
Dylan, I
little
like
less
your mug.
Your
limb
cart
removal.
chart?
Thank
That's
you.
a
I
really
like it's my
catchy
favorite mug.
name, though.
You pass. The person passing appears to be an old woman. She's carrying a wheelbarrow, and it appears to be full of they look like watermelons, but she's carrying
Melons.
the last melon. She's carrying a cart full of different exotic melons.
That's a
Galvin
strong lady.
remembers
She's
this.
carrying a wheelbarrow full of melons.
I don't think she's carrying. I think she's.
like a sweet treat that's in the market during the festival for harvest.
I'm glad it wasn't cabbages.
I'm very interested in the sweet treat, but I'm gonna keep my composure.
Okay.
I'm very sad about it, though. I
So
really
are we
want to go
trying the
after
less
that.
the more stealth way plan first before we resort to basements and explosions?
I'm so confused as to why we even have to ask ourselves that question. If you can be non-violent first, like, should you just not try?
Callista, I'll be real with you. Like, this entire group, we just kind of like have almost been murdered a lot. Like, I murdered a man. I just took his ring off and killed him one time. That was the thing. That was weird.
Callista,
But,
you
like-
Okay, but listen to me.
Sorry.
I love you guys and I want to be part of this family, but if I'm going to continue on with you guys, I need to see that you have a moral code. And if you're willing to hurt people first, I'm absolutely not okay with that. And I'll have to leave the group. I can't be part of a group or a family that hurts people first. Hurting people should be our very last. Hurting people or animals or plants or any kind of creature needs to be our last opportunity, our last hope. We only do that when we have to. We do not do it before then. Are you guys with me on that or not? Because I need to know right now.
I'm
It's
like-
very important to me.
I'm like really confused about where this is coming from because there are legitimate people who want to murder us because of what we know.
That doesn't make it okay to just murder everybody that we're scared of. That doesn't make that okay to do. We can't do that. We
I
can't do that.
understand that, but it's a matter of
My entire tribe was murdered before I joined you guys.
Yeah,
Everybody I knew and loved.
Same.
Everyone I knew and loved at one time.
but
And I still am not willing to just murder because it's easy. Like, we have to really, that has to be the last choice.
I'm listening to you and I hear and understand you. But in the instances where we have been in so far that have tracked, we have nearly been killed, lost our friend, and these people are not
But that's not what I'm
nice.
talking about. If they're attacking
We are
you,
not
I
talking about
understand.
murder.
If they're
We are
attacking you
talking
first,
about-
I understand. But you guys are about to go into a basement and just set explosions for people? That's like,
It's
we
not
can't.
going to kill them.
Chains, have you heard of a Rube Goldberg device?
A what?
A Rube Goldberg device. It's a machine that accomplishes a very simple task in a very complex way. And we have a simpler way of getting this task done than running to an abandoned building, going to the basement, building a bomb. That's my point.
I've
We have
already
magic
given
that
my
can
blessing to do what you want.
So are we doing plan A? Simple, do magic first, and if that fails, we can do plan B of basement bomb.
Yes, I will
Okay,
simply make a...
then we are all on the same page now.
I don't know what's
Great.
going on anymore. I'm just trying to make a
Wonderful.
point that we're in a dire situation where people want to murder us.
Just yeet this down that alleyway.
We are, but
Everyone
right now, our health is okay. We're not actively being murdered.
We're actively being
Actively
followed.
Close.
But that isn't that we.
And
we
if
can't
these
just
people
turn
get
to murder
here,
first,
Callista, if these people get here, they will try to kill us, and it will endanger every
and
single
if they try
person
to kill
around us.
we will kill them right back. We will. They try
I
to hurt
agree
us.
with you, Callista.
We're gonna hurt them right back. But I just don't think we should be the first to throw the punch. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Well, that
Callista's
punch was
right.
And I'm
already
new
thrown,
here.
like
We have-
before this.
We have been met with chaos and we have responded with chaos, and that may be why we are lost. We, being more calculated, as Callista and Chains have both put, is the way. We will not kill them unless we are attacked. Is that clear?
That sounds good. Thank you.
Right.
Right.
Let's go.
So, Rev, yeet us down that alleyway, please.
And you guys proceed to the city, and that's
not the
where
plan.
we'll end it tonight. I love inter-conflicts. Inter-character conflicts are so good.
I want to play for 12 more hours, but I have to work.
I think there was a misunderstanding. There was no talk of
I really
of
do
murder.
think there was a misunderstanding.
There was merely a
It
talk
really
of...
sounded like y'all legit were just ready to go in there and be like, we're going to blow people up when they walk in. And that was upsetting to Callista.
We can maim them and then question them.
Okay, but that's still not
That's
okay
her
with
point.
Callista.
Yeah.
That's not. She understood. It's not that she didn't understand. It's that she
They're not
wasn't
gonna.
okay with
Okay,
it.
the whole point of the trap is they're looking for the bead.
That's just not who she is, though.
We know
She's
that
not
it's
the
that
kind of like
particular
blow their feet
person
off and
if
then
they go and look for the bead.
Okay, so if I may, for this particular bit, we're going to go ahead and go over to our campfire chat. Whoosh. Now, we are going to go ahead and go from around the circle, starting with Zach, who had just interrupted. And when he's done, we're going to go to Mika, then me, then Dylan, then Ash, and explain our specific situations without being interrupted, because I want to hear each of your perspectives.
With an understanding in the chat as well that these people that you guys are doing really good roleplay by ingraining that character-driven meaning behind it. And Callista, as we understand, is a druid who loves people and animals.
Right.
So she did a really good job in general of.
Just so everyone in chat knows,
other, guys.
Yeah, just so everyone in chat knows, I'm not actually upset. I was just role playing. I'm not like I love everybody in this group more than.
Same. Yeah.
My dog. I love my dog more, but like you guys are second, which is like a huge compliment.
Thank you, Darian Spider.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm not actually upset. Don't worry. I feel like people think that, but no.
No. I was
It's just
also
role-playing.
in character when I was acting upset.
Okay, good. Zach, I love you. Sumner, Dylan, Jen, Ash, I love all of you dearly.
Heated
dearly,
moments
dearly.
happen in campaigns, and we just got to make everyone in chat aware that we're still good.
That's not actually awkward.
Like, there are divides in the group
about that.
Not
Ash,
between
sorry,
us
we're
as
not friends
people,
anymore.
it's between us, our characters.
We love
Plot is
each other.
thickening, not our friendships.
So yes.
Okay, so
the
starting with
plan, would I have been allowed to fully complete it? Is either we set up a trap in a chest with the bead inside, so nothing else is in it, so we know like the person is only coming to look for the specific object, and that's when the trap would go off, and we could move in. Because we would hear it being within the basement as well. I also like the one where it's next to the door and blows their feet off. That's just me.
I also like that one outside of Kuro's. I like that one because that's just funny.
And then he's running away.
Go back to your favorite meal.
So Mika, explain your thoughts on the situation, or Callista's thoughts without being interrupted on this situation.
Okay, so Callista already really doesn't trust Chains or Galvin because she's already heard them be morally okay with murking a child.
Murking.
Okay.
Which she's like she's not cool with. And now it seems like one of those people is very brazenly being like, well, we'll just blow the feet off of whoever walks in first. And like, she probably should have given a little more time to listen and calm down. But like, she already doesn't trust this person. She already is a little sketchy on that person. And them saying that just made her be like, it just kind of made her question the morality of like, have I gotten myself into a situation I don't want to be part of? Am I going to be able to fit in with this group that I just met not that long ago? Like, my morals don't allow for this. And if theirs do, that might be a problem. Like, she just has a lot of thoughts kind of going through her mind right now. due to these new situations that keep happening. But that being said, she feels really connected to Rav. She feels really connected to Kuro. She really likes Galvin and Chains, but she has this a little bit of distrust because of the thing that she knows they talked about, that she, was like, I don't really agree with that. That's a little stressful for me. But she wants to like love all of them and trust all of them, but she's just having a little bit of trouble, especially with Chains and Galvin right now. And that didn't help. And she's just like, can we please stop hurting people? Like, can we just try something else first? So that's kind of where she was coming from with that.
I feel like I am living up to my alignment, like to a T right now.
What's your alignment?
I am a chaotic neutral.
Same, bro.
I'm chaotic good, so
I'm chaotic good as well. So you and I are on the same page then.
There's a buddy.
It came out in roleplay. That's perfect. Anyway, Sumner.
That's really happy.
And
Sumner.
That's a good segue because Galvin is by definition lawful good, but he's a Tempest cleric, so his power derives from the powers of chaos by definition. So this entire journey has become, he started off with this plan, this step-by-step plan, this calculation of getting these people together, going here, accomplishing this, and every step has gone completely awry with chaos. And in turn, we have become chaotic by definition, by character, by roleplay, everything about it. So the fact that Callista has joined this group at just the right time to steer that chaos back into the form of lawful, back that guiding light that steers us back in the middle before we become exactly what we've fought against this entire time has been incredibly poetic, and I think an extremely mutually beneficial way. So which is why I wanted to say, despite what he started off with, Galvin saying, I agree with Callista. She's absolutely right. I've been wrong. I can't continue to want to fight fire with fire and be so knee-jerky to all of this chaos. I need to stick back to what I am, otherwise everything is lost. And that's been Galvin's perspective. Dylan.
So Kuros is in a very emotionally unstable point right now, and has been for the past, I want to remind us, it's only been not even 48 hours since we came out of hell.
Are you serious? It feels like
yes,
so much longer.
I'm serious. We've been in these last 2 days for like 2 months. So Kuros is very high strung. He's gone through a roller coaster. He had a great conversation with Galvin to like reaffirm his like belief in himself almost. And being chaotic good, Kuros doesn't really care about the laws of men or gods, more so the nature of good itself, and being good is more important than any rules. But he's also very practical, and so we have Sabine, who he feels very betrayed by because he protected and like was ready to die between her and these cultists. She whisked him away, and he's like, no, I couldn't save her, damn it. Brought the doppelganger to the queen. Turns out it was Sabine, deceiving him, deceiving all of them. Turns out she wasn't a little girl. Turns out her parents didn't sell her to the Merkel people. She just was born from a body part of Merkel's son. She's 300 years old. She's being super sus. The dog trusts her, which makes Kuros willing to listen to her, but nothing else is like trustworthy. So we have these people following us who Kuros wants to question. The quickest way to A to B would be go down the alley, blind them, tie them up to question them. And Chains is like, so we lead them to this basement on this far side of town where I construct a bomb that will go off and potentially
bomb's constructed, dude.
You have that just on hand?
That concerns
no, I would construct it like beforehand. I wouldn't just go there to make it.
I mean, even still, the process is going to involve you building a bomb between now and it going off. But that's not even the point. The explosion, as you first described it, at least you just said some explosive was what you said at first, and I was like, explosives are loud. I don't want the police coming and taking these people away or arresting us and getting pissed at us because we've set off a bomb. Whatever, we could just silently or just with verbal components at loudest, subdue them and question them instead of leading them on a goose chase, ending with a loud explosion. Subdue them. And so when Callista brought up the point of, wait, why are we jumping to the point of hurting these people first? I was like, yeah, she's absolutely right. Because Kuros has been with all you guys through everything so far of being murdered at every turn almost. And Callista kind of steered, like, similar to Galvin, instead of towards law, Callista steered him kind of towards, like, why are we first reaction wanting to hurt people? Because Kuros was thinking efficiency of, let's capture them as efficiently as possible. So I'm glad that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me really happy because I always feel really like you get so into the role play, but then I, as just a friendly person that kind of just super loves all of you guys, it feels really bad to go against what you're saying, even when we all know it's like pretend we're all in it together. And I know you guys understand that. I still have this weird like guilt of like, I hope they know that I love them and I'm not really arguing with them. Like, so that makes me really happy. Ash, I think it's your turn. Sorry.
Rav doesn't care about really what we do so long as we get it done. So
Six one way, half a dozen another. That's your view on it.
Yeah, pretty much. No, killing people isn't so much an issue because at the end of the day, in her mind, it's either us being killed or them being killed.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And do we keep going and doing what we're doing, or do we try to make nice with people who literally want us dead?
So pure logic type thing.
Like what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm at the point where it's like we've been attacked so much by these.
Rav is tired.
Yeah. Or like.
Ravnus nearly lost her family, her only family, to these crazy people, and just wants them away.
Like, if they're gonna do bad to others, why can't we do bad to them?
So just to be fair, when you guys met Callista, she had just lost all of everyone she knows to this exact same group of Merkel followers.
Well, you're gonna lose everyone else if we don't kill the child.
It's not that she doesn't get it. It's
and we're back.
Very much doesn't want to compromise.
She's just this is very close to home because now they know where her mom lives, and her safe space is not there anymore, and now she has to wonder. Well, I don't have my dad because he's an asshole, and my mom got stabbed, so that's cool. These crazy people. Thanks. I mean, it's still terrifying. But at the end of the day, it's like these people aren't nice, and these people aren't here to be nice, and these people aren't here to be your friends. And no matter at the end of the day, what are you going to do when you catch them? Interrogate them, and then what?
I'm not proposing we be kind to the people that are bad when we catch them. I'm just proposing that we be careful so that we're not hurting innocent people that don't deserve it, and the people that we do capture. I'm very against the shoot first, ask questions later. I think you should ask questions before you hurt someone. You know, you should verify that's the person I'm after. That's the person that's a danger to me and my family. That's a person that's a danger to society before you harm them.
Oh yeah, Rav knows that. She accidentally killed a dude that everybody was trying to interrogate one time, and she's just like, "Oh, that feels bad." But
so my logic.
So she's all about like taking time, but like at what cost?
Mm-hmm. I get that. I get that.
So Chain's logic with your don't hurt people unless we know they want you to hurt you. They're following the bead. They want to.
But we don't know that. What if they just randomly wandered in there?
The bead
you know what
was
I mean?
implanted in my head.
She's worried about like a random person walking in and finding it. And I think like
basement.
Yeah, it could happen.
I just think we're strong enough.
Said was an alleyway.
Yeah, that's why I said.
You said abandoned or not very populated, but still people could go down an alleyway.
Yeah, an abandoned building.
Like a drunk guy, you know what I mean?
Abandoned building. That's when I was like, well, far less likely that some guy's going to stumble in there, but an alleyway, yes.
Well, yeah.
Like if they start to heck with us, 100%, we just
Hi, guys. So, what I think is
Hi.
it would be a good time to sit on our thoughts for the next week so that we can
Why
come
is it a
back
week
in
away?
character and have more discussion, but have like thought about it, you know, so then you can really delve into that conversation. And so I think we should go around and talk about our favorite parts today and get back into the bomb discussion next week.
The bomb discussion. I think we should get Shane's a typewriter. Sorry.
My favorite part will always be playing Ram's mom.
Yes, please.
That's also one of my favorite
Always.
parts. I really loved Rav's mom. She makes me laugh. Also, I can still hear you guys, but I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
You prompting me about elephants bringing us food. I was just like,
I love that.
okay. I got this.
I was trying to think of like a safari adventure and like what weird exotic things.
Yeah,
happen
and you
on
took me because I was having trouble in monk school.
In monk school.
in monks. Yeah,
You were
so that
trying
was
to
just
give me a
funny.
pep talk, and you were like, "Let's go on it." That's an actual thing that actually happened in my real life. Is my mom took me on a trip to Galveston when I was having a very bad time in school to distract me from
Fun.
it.
You know what's really cool, and my favorite thing, honestly, about Rav is that Ash, I can give you anything and you'll bounce off of it. Like you're really good at improv, and I'm
Thanks.
glad that I can literally throw you. Tell them about the time with the elephants, and you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Like it's nice, and not everyone can do that. So I like that about you as a player.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Aw.
Have lemon bars.
Yes, that was also my other
Oh,
favorite
you
part.
make. I have such a craving for lemon bars now, and I really blame Jen wholeheartedly.
Rachie Pie says Galvin's drug experience.
Oh God, yes.
There was so much happening in this last 36-ish hours. I really want to come back to Galvin's seed addiction, but like, there's just like things are going at 100 miles an hour. I'm like, Galvin, I really want to talk about this seed addiction, but we have Sabine and she's 300 and we're being chased like constantly. We just got decursed. We have this cursed orb. Nyx is alive somehow. Cornelius still got the doppelganger. Like, I'm like, when is there time to talk about your seed? Because I really want to discuss that.
I don't like how you just keep calling it his seed, and that's just gonna forever.
Yeah, that's a real weird way
I don't
to
like that
say
you
that.
pointed that out to me now, because now I feel uncomfortable that I've said that so many times.
Please. Cannonball said and churros when I said chains and churros at the same time on accident because your brain just does that a lot.
It's weird.
I want to draw like churros with like a poncho and a sombrero holding churros.
Two
Like, trying to
churros
sell
through
them.
swords.
Jen, I don't know if you saw, but when you said churros, a ton of people in chat were like, "This is making me hungry."
Cinnamon sugar on bread is
So
always
funny.
good.
We got a I don't want to stop the favorites conversation, but we got the resub from good old Jeb Babushka.
That's me.
Oh,
I love her.
And
Yeah,
we got a
she's a cool-
follow
she's a
from
cool lady.
Colt Mills. So welcome in. We're
Welcome.
doing our after game chat. So if you guys have like your favorite parts or anything that you wanted to ask us, this is your time to talk about it. So we're definitely
Yeah.
here to chat.
I liked how y'all
Alright,
assumed I was
continue
going to
with
tell
your
a story about slurms.
Yeah, always.
It's about slurms.
That was
I,
really
I
funny.
actually really like that it wasn't about slurms. Because
Yeah, I came up with the kobold feet story on the spot.
yeah, I said
I
something else.
believe
I was like,
that.
that's so interesting. Like, when would you be in a position where if you don't eat some food, you're going to die? Like, how does that? You're not starving because kobold feet is kind of exotic. How would? And you took it and was like, yeah, it was this like, I was with these people and like, I had to go through this like coming of age type thing where if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be part of the tribe and they'd kill me. And I was like, perfect. I love that.
That was good. That was good.
A plus. It really reminded me of what is it, Pirates of the Caribbean 2, where they find Jack Sparrow and he's like the god and they're like preparing him to be eaten and he has to play along with it. I was like, he was in that spot basically.
I love that
What's
story
that?
too. Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. Continue.
No, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent, so you can continue first.
Oh, it's really quick. I just love the thing where like when a DM, I like challenging DMs sometimes because they challenge when I DM, I get challenged like crazy, where I could tell Zach was improvising, and he was like, kobold feet. And I'm glad we were all like, go on. Give us all the detail. What happens to the rest of the body?
I feel like
Was
we
it
were really
seared? Was it
kinda
grilled?
clowning
Was
on
it
him.
poached? Was that the skin? Is it
Legit.
fresh? Where were you? Like, I want to.
No,
I
felt so
asked
bad
that
because
question. I asked that question about where the rest of the kobold went because I have a friend whose mom used to tell her that they would amputate the frog's legs and give them tiny frog wheelchairs and that the frogs are okay.
That
Oh
makes
my
me feel so
gosh.
much better.
And that's what I tell the children.
That's why I was asking.
What the kobold feet kind of reminded me of is, I don't know if anybody here watched Orange is the New Black, but there is a scene where one of the girls was having a conversation with another girl. Would you rather have little mice or something else?
I remember that.
Oh, I'll just eat little mice because it's just like jelly beans going down. Later on in the episode, she was forced to eat the little mice at gunpoint. So that's what I was thinking of it as. It's like, this is a really gross item and sad. So he's probably like being held at gunpoint for this. Like, I thought it was a traumatic experience versus an initiation.
That's the story that comes up when you were prompted. What if you had cultural food and then you remember the time you were on Fear Factor with a gun to your head? Like,
I'm horrified right now. I wasn't ready for any of that. Oh my gosh.
cultural food. Oh, I was forced to eat this once. Jesus Christ.
Red Panda Cola says his favorite part of the bomb discussion was when Chains said, they open the door and I'll just blow off their ankles.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of that too. I was just like, that is amazing.
You know what makes running
Mika
really hard?
loved it.
Dylan thinks it's great.
I loved it as a person, but in character, I had to pretend to hate it because that's the character I've chosen, and she's a good girl.
Right.
And I think,
But in reality, it was hilarious.
I loved how fucking snide he started getting towards girls.
he's like,
When you came in, you were like, no, it's fine, whatever, fuck James's plans. Dylan felt really bad, but Kurlos was like, are you fucking sassing me right now?
Dylan, same! I'm so glad I'm not alone here. I feel so bad. Also, are you sassing me right now?
Because Dylan's like, it's not a bad plan, it's not the most efficient plan, but it'll absolutely work and absolutely fuck these guys. But Kurlos is like, Callista's got a point. And so Dylan's like, I don't want Zach to feel like I'm like, think it's a bad idea, but Kurlos thinks it's a bad idea. Oh, that was great.
Well, what is our raid phrase today?
Kobold feet.
Jesus.
Kobold feet.
Kobold feet.
Kobold feet.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't
Upset
it
about it.
specifically kobold feet on a stick?
Yeah, kobold feet on a stick.
Feet on a stick.
On a stick.
All right, kobold feet on a stick. And if you have our emotes, definitely blast them because we want to show our good old nat 20s, you know. So we're going to be raiding Willy Hobbit. Are we ready to raid? Do we have more?
I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and go to the happy adventuring screen and we show off everyone who was very generous through the streams. Thank you so much, everybody. Darian Spider, as always. Wolf13 from last game. Raichi Pie, Mave Mania. We got the Soraya on screen. Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are the best.
Darian, Joe, I love you. Wolf, I love you too. Those are my gaming buddies. I love you guys. Thank you.
You
You guys rock. We love you.
We love you so much. And thank you so
See you
much.
on
everybody.
Wednesday, my dudes.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
I love that you say that, Rav. Like an ass.
That's my name.
Princess Wave.
All right, toodaloo.
Aggressive Princess Wave.
No one can see you.